Rising Mzansi. You are live with us on hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. My name is Tisiga Mazibo Shabalala, and you are with us this morning, me and Afriberry, my host today. So how are you, Afriberry?
I'm doing okay, and UTC?
I'm great. It's a vibrant and energetic morning, of course, because you are tuned in with the Vooka Breakfast Show. So, Mo, right now we are going over to Mo, who is going to show us the photo of the day as we convene on today's lineup.
Rise and shine, Mzansi. Welcome yet again to the Vooka Breakfast Show. It's 7 a.m. right now. Well, it's 5 minutes past 7. Before we get in, guys, it is very important to get our energies and our juices going on. So I'm just going ahead and ask the ladies. Ladies, how are you doing this morning?
Mo, as we say, we're actually doing fantastic and we're doing okay. I like the fact that me and TC right now are confusing the enemy. I'm in summer, she's in winter. I love that for the tent keepers. How about you, though?
Yeah, definitely. I am good. It's a very beautiful Tuesday. You know that beautiful Tuesdays, are for choosing, right? Who are you choosing this Tuesday? It's a Ketom Tanda, one of the best segments that we have here, introduced each and every Tuesday because it makes sense. It's Tuesday, you need to choose someone. So what you're going to do right now, you see the picture behind me, a themed park called Gold Reef City. I don't know if most of the people have went to Gold Reef City, but it's a theme park where you can enjoy your rides, family-friendly rides with your family. You can go as young as 13 years old, are allowed to go into the theme park and enjoy the scenery and everything that Gold Reef City has to offer. So ladies, can I ask you, have you ever been to Gold Reef City?
Oh yes, I've gone to Gold Reef City. I've gone on the Anaconda. I think the Tower of Terror. All those rides. Great place to go for a fun time outside. And if you're looking for a thrill and getting your adrenaline going, it's definitely one for the books.
Yeah, definitely. Because one has been to Gold Reef City and enjoyed what it has to offer in general. And if you want to know more, guys, go in their website, which is www.goldreefcity.co.za to get more information. They offer so many things. You can book your tickets online. They have hotels, they have casinos that offer various and many activities that you can do. You know that we are determined to giving you the information that matters. By the way, the most rated ride in Gold Reef City, it has to do with Anaconda. Everyone, when they go to Gold Reef City, Anaconda is the ride that they're looking forward to. So, have any of you guys want to try Anaconda?
As I've mentioned, I've been on. I'm not sure about Afriberry. Would you love to try the Anaconda? I mean, you've got to have, some grits on you.
Would I love to try
The Anaconda. It's quite scary. It really goes high and then it loops and then it goes back really fast. Afriberry. What is so funny?
No, I've never tried the Anaconda. But yeah, it's... I would really love to try it. I think, I'm laughing is the fact that I actually went to Gold Reef City to work. So I've never been there to actually enjoy the rides.
Oh, man.
So it's like a very sad part in my life. Yeah. But dear future husband, our first date can always be Gold Reef City.
Oh, well, now everybody who wants to take Afriberry, the beautiful and bold, and Miss Berry Blaze out on a date knows that Gold Reef City is one of the places you can take her. So you, Mo, have you gone there and had a great time?
Yeah, of course, as I've said, man. One of the rides, that had me in so much nerves, it has to be the Tower of Terror, man. Tower of Terror is a very good one to test your nerves, to test yourself if you're good to be taken for a ride, right? Gold Reef City, it is a theme park that you need to attend, guys. I would actually advise you to go there, visit Gold Reef City. They always open around. Today they're closed on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. those are the days that Gold Reef City is open. So get your tickets right now and let's get this ride going. Right now, stay tuned on the Vooka Breakfast Show because we've got more to give you and so much entertainment and so much lineup with guests coming in to the studio. So let's get this ride going. Ladies, what do we have today, man, besides what I have mentioned?
So today we have personal finance with Osvaldo. Osvaldo is back again today to give us the ins and outs about the different personal finance skills that you can actually learn for yourself. And then after that, we also have a gym buddy. Well, he's not actually a bunny, but he's a gym buddy. He owns Sotra Fitness. He's also going to tell us how to gain that flat stomach, that chest in, stomach out, how to work on your triceps and your biceps. What do we have again, TC?
Of course, we have your everyday favorites, today in history, word of the day. So just keep staying tuned as we're going to give you one of your energetic doses of the day with the lineup of the content that we have for you today. As we go right now, we are going to go for your news with Mweketi My Money.
Very good morning, Mzansi, once again. These are your first news headlines for the day. On the first one, 2 pedestrians have died in an accident in Soweto. The Johannesburg Metro Police Department officers were responding to a road blockade caused by a wage dispute between Wata and Nandu Taxi Association. Tragically, while heading to the scene, officers were involved in an accident that led to a death of 2 pedestrians. Police investigations are ongoing. Separately, the Wata chairman confirmed that the 2 taxi owners were shot dead during the protest, which stemmed from a long-standing route dispute. Despite the recent High Court ruling in favor of Wata, tensions remain in Nandu was also granted a right to operate on certain routes by Gauteng Provincial Regulatory Entity. On the second headline, Helen Joseph suffered 20 years of neglect health organization. A report by the OHSC and Health Ombudsman highlighted long-standing neglect and poor service delivery at Helen Joseph Hospital, including infrastructure issues, security concerns, and staff shortages. Dr. Aslam Dasu criticized unskilled leadership and called for accountability. Actions SA Dr. Jose Letlape echoed the need for the system-wide reforms. The Gauteng Department of Health acknowledged the findings and pledged to implement corrective measures, including restructuring and comprehensive maintenance plan to address these challenges. On the last headline for today is a Joburg Decay abandoned project in the city of gold. The Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi is patting himself on the back for fixing traffic lights on Sandton. In a social media post, Lesufi waxed lyrical about a permanent solution to traffic light woes in Greyston Drive. But if you drive into other parts of the city, Gauteng, it's a different story. Maintenance has ground to a halt with gaping holes in some roads. In Wynberg, maintenance work has ground to a halt. The road has been blocked off since April last year. Darlington Tuli of Drywall and Ceilings Africa said they have had promises after promises and problems are being attended to. The hole is worse than it was in the beginning, he said. Now, heading over to the sports news, starting with horse racing, Constitution Hill bids to regain Cheltenham title. An 8-year-old trained by Nikki Henderson returns unbeaten over hurdles after health setbacks since winning in 2023. Key opponents include Gordon Elliott's mare Brighter's Day Ahead and Willie Mullins' Statesman. Mullins also eyed third Cheltenham Gold Cup for Galloping Des Champs. This year's Cheltenham meeting starts with a Michael O'Sullivan Supreme Novices Hurdle, honoring the late Irish jockey who won the race 2 years ago. Now, heading over to your football news, latest on Sipho Mbule's misconduct case at Sekhukhune United. Babina Noko sent Mbule home following a confrontation with a technical team member. He missed a 2-1 Betway Premiership loss to Richards Bay, which led to coach Siema Seking and Eric Tinkler's appointment. Mbule, on loan from Sundowns, was cleared to resume training after an internal meeting. The postponed Nedbank Cup clash against Sundowns would have excluded him due to loan rules. Mbule joins Sekhukhune for more game time, but is set to return Sundowns in July unless purchased outright. The last one, Kaizer Chiefs at risk losing Josh Matlow. Matlow has regained fitness and became a key player under coach Nasreddin Nabi. However, Chiefs are reportedly struggling to secure his future, allowing him to sign pre-contract elsewhere. Although they extended his contract, it only runs until the 30th of June, after which he could leave on a free transfer if no new offer is made. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more sports news updates and analysis throughout the show. Do not forget to share your thoughts on these headlines with us on social media using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. My name is Moketi Maimani. Now let's get you prepped with your latest traffic update with TC Wagwamasibu.
Grand Rising Mzansi, I hope you are making your way safely to your destinations and staying cautious and vigilant on the roads. Here is your first traffic update. There is a stationary vehicle in Midrand on the N1 southbound at the off-ramp to Samrand Avenue. Stationary vehicle on the R21 southbound at the off-ramp to OR Tambo Airport. The emergency lane is closed. There's also a crash in Edenvale on the R24 eastbound at the off-ramp to Wamba Road M59, which has resulted in one of the 3 lanes being closed. Please approach this area with caution. A stationary vehicle in Florida is blocking the emergency lane on the N1 southbound after the off-ramp from the Maritzburg Road. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more updates throughout the show. Use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show to engage with us throughout our social media platforms and share any traffic disruptions we may have missed on your daily commute. My name is TC
Rise and shine, Mzansi, once again. A very good morning to you. My name is Mwikiti Maimane, and I'm glad to be joining you once again on a beautiful Tuesday morning right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Remember, the hashtag to use is hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show throughout the show. We can't wait to be with you until the end as we are bringing you a very good and entertaining lineup for today. If you're interested in health and fitness, we've got our guest coming up for you. And Osvaldo making his second comeback from yesterday Monday Motivation. He is back for a segment called The Personal Finance. So do make sure that you stay with us as we're going to be sharing more with you and, dissecting some of the personal issues that we face as black people or as humans in general. I'm not alone right here in studio. I'm joined by two beautiful ladies right here. Good morning once again, ladies, and how are you doing this morning?
Sanbanani Dumela Napsheni, hello.
Wow, every very. Wow.
How Kidumelang but Mamudum Kafala Ribonisho Arahola Raskolong. Yo, Dumelang South Africa, hopefully Siamakolenko Tang, Loho, Ibile Zukuleli to Metsaba Tamabudim Kamana, Zatileka Fonte, Libata Hobenyana, Lurubon Sahor Sansani Kitila Ibilekite. What about you, TC?
I'm good. Get right. The sun is out. I'm on the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. And I'm getting my energetic dose for the day. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Definitely rise and shine in the morning, your energetic start of the day. It is a Vooka Breakfast Show located in the heart of Johannesburg, Soweto, Dobsonville. That is where we are located and broadcasting live. So do make sure that when you use your hashtag, if you want to give a shout out to your township, you use that hashtag. So right now on YouTube, man, had a concern. He said there's music during your news bulletin. So I would like to apologize for that. I'm going to come back again with your top of the hour news just to give you a recap on what you have missed in the beginning of the show. But speaking of the bulletin that you missed, there is some highlight, news headline that caught attention to us that needs us to dissect it and discuss it right here on the table. So it was the second headline from the headline that I was reading. So Helen Joseph suffered a 20-year of neglect. One of the health facilities in South Africa called the Helen Joseph Hospital suffered a 20 years of neglect. The health organization, a report by the OHSC and Health Ombudsman highlighted long-standing neglect, poor service delivery at Helen Joseph Hospital, including infrastructure issues, security concerns, staff shortages. Dr. Aslam Dasu criticized unskilled leadership and called for accountability. This speaks to what we were speaking about last week Wednesday on Know Your Rights, right? We said every citizen in South Africa has a right to healthcare services. And Tom London, actually in 2024, around April, he recorded a video in Helen Joseph Hospital, right?
Yes.
While he did the video, he showed the facility on how it is. And he complained about being a patient in Helen Joseph Hospital and said the staff is not treating them okay. And not only the staff is not treating them okay, but the staff is also complaining on the treatment that they get. It really speaks to, how the healthcare sometimes they tackle the problems, probing problems. So when we pick up from what Tom London has done at Helen Joseph, yesterday a report was released once again that these problems have been going on for 20 years. So I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Amen. The public healthcare system is problematic, and many people, it's problematic in the sense that we have an influx of people. We have a lot of people in just centered only in the Gauteng district, right?
Yeah.
But also that there is no infrastructure that has been updated and kept up and maintained. So your people are suffering, and it's terrible because even in a personal capacity, my mom has tried to attend treatment at Helen Joseph. You know, the treatment that you get there is it's really insane. It's inhumane, because these people are people who are supposed to be assisting the ailing and weak. But perhaps because they're also not receiving support on their end to deal with the problems that they face in their jobs on a day-to-day basis, then they become frustrated with the system and within the system. And unfortunately, the people who suffer the most are the patients who have to now deal with being with their health not being okay, but also with now treatment that is not okay, as well as infrastructure that is in disrepair, that it's so beyond disrepair, actually. Yeah.
I mean, the recent report is actually exposing the neglect and poor service delivery issues at Helen Joseph Hospital, and is a call to address the long-standing management issues. We know that the NHI bill was brought into the table into, getting universal health care for each and every citizen in South Africa. But now, people are questioning how the budget is going to be used, because as of right now, the budget is misused into getting proper facilities and maintaining their existing facilities. So, according to Dr. Aslam Dasu from the Progressive Health Forum, he was reacting to the findings of a risk-based inspection and investigation into allegation against the hospital, which was released by the Office of Health Standards Compliance, which is the OHSC, alongside the Health Ombudsman. So, some of the words that were spoken by Tom London, they still stick till today, because when he posted that video, a lot of people said he was exaggerating with the conditions of the facility. But these were his own words. Tom said, "I haven't seen one doctor walk up to a patient in our ward and say, 'Good morning, how are you?' Nothing. They treat the patients with absolute disdain and disrespect. I've never seen a level of disrespect for human beings like this in my life." These were his own words. I mean, we know that inpatients and outpatients, they need to get what we call equal service, in the healthcare facility. But with this 20 year of neglect, I think it speaks to our healthcare, department, as we have the Minister of Health, Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, speaking about the probe into using the budget in good ways. Pela Helen Joseph is one of the big hospitals in South Africa. It serves a lot of people. So it is actually urging for some intervention.
But in all honesty, we have had problems at hospitals for a very long time. A very long time. And it's very sad that it's been so many years and we're still facing the same problem with hospitals and how nurses and doctors treat patients. We have had an incident where you've had patients in Charlotte Maxeke who are pregnant and lying on the floor, sitting on the floor. Not because there are not enough beds, but because they don't want to be attended to. Patients in Limpopo complaining about the same thing. There's also a hospital in Eastern Cape that's also complaining about the fact that the infrastructure of that hospital is fading, it's diminishing, it's deteriorating at that same time. And yet you expect people to sit in a place that has mold and a honkamuta or It's very embarrassing. I, for one, as a mother right now, I experienced something very bad in my life. When I was about to give birth to my son, I had a nurse straight up tell me that I won't give you an injection, nakachasan. I was supposed to get an injection just before I gave birth, just to ease the pain. I'm like, no, nakachasan. That time she's knocking off at 7 a.m. It's 6:30. it is really time that the South African healthcare system literally goes back to hospitals. Whichever nurse is caught mistreating a person, be fired on the spot, because we cannot have a job that deals with humanity and deals with people's issues and being sensitive, yet we have so many insensitive people handling such sensitive matters. What is the point of you becoming a nurse if you're not going to be sensitive? Because one thing that you need to learn about is Ubuntu, which is one thing we always preach about in South Africa. Yet our healthcare workers do not have the same humanity that we want people to treat us with.
Yeah. I mean, this one, it's a very sensitive matter to touch on, because we know that each and every department, they have a criteria of hiring people, right? So obviously, we want to hear what the department has to say with this. Each and every topic and discussion and headline that we bring over here has to do with the response and the statement that are being released by the people who are actually blamed for such actions. So the Gauteng Department of Health, they have noted that the report and says they noted in the report and says it will fast track the process to implement the recommendation as outlined by both the OHO and OHSC. The department say it has already initiated province-wide interventions that are aimed at addressing the identified issues beyond. So what I want to do right now is to, show you what I am reading here, because it is very important to give you the most reliable information that was said, right? So they say these interventions include the reviews of the organizational structure, which is currently awaiting approval processes. Gauteng Health spokesperson Motalatale Modiba said, the department has been strengthened with the appointment of a Deputy Director General, which has led to the development of a comprehensive maintenance and upgrade program. So these are some of the things that we want to hear, because it doesn't help to come and complain without having solutions. We know that the department, they are working relentlessly to make sure that every citizen is treated equally, because we have a right to health care. So if people are going to complain while in the healthcare facility, it is a problem. So it speaks to the department responding to these and looking at the structure. We know that the G20 is coming. Some of these things, when they're being brought up, it's going to put a very bad image on our country and on how we do things in general.
As you say that, I see an article here posted on the 7th of March, and it's titled "Hospital Horror, We're Served Rotten Food."
Yep.
Some patients are being served rotten food. Like, what is happening to the healthcare system in South Africa? What is wrong? And it's been over the years, man. The way it is, our government is not working for us to live better and much more healthier. Instead, we are being killed by it.
Yeah.
No, man.
It looks bad. It looks bad. And this is where we include you and tell us what you think right there on hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So what we're going to do right now is to give you some time, to gather your thoughts. If you want to comment down below and tell us what you think of the headline that we just discussed right here. So I have a comment from Itumeleng Diale. Good morning. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivogile. Rise and shine. Looking forward to the show. As I promised that we've got more lined up for you today, as guests are going to be coming and sharing most important information and informative information that you can take home and use it on your daily basis. So what I'm going to do right now is to take a short break, and then when we come back, going to change things a little bit. I see you guys are joining in. Please join, because we're going to have a jam-packed show full of entertainment and more knowledgeable information that we can use. So let's take a short break. Let me get you prepped with your weather update.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Wanakohaya. How are you doing? I hope and I trust that you're having an amazing morning thus far. Welcome once again. I know the team on the table has already welcomed you when the show started earlier, but I want to take a minute to say, you who is listening and is watching from wherever you are tuned in from, you know what it is, man. You're hanging out with me, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist, and this is the one and only Vooka Breakfast Show. I hope that you'll be hanging out with us and having a great time, man. Interacting with us, of course, and engaging with us across all our social media platforms. We go by Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. Comment, like, subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done, man, so that you and I can share our thoughts and everything else in between. So I'm happy. How are you guys doing? Berry Blaze, and TC. Wakashabalala, Wakamasibuko. How's it going? You look like you seem like you're here, but you're not here.
We are here. You're the one who just joined us.
No, I've been listening to you guys talking about Tom London and the thing that's happening at Helen Joseph, and it's sad. It's sad. Berry just mentioned something. I mean, imagine 20 years. This is back in 2005, and 20 years later.
So they've deteriorated. Instead of there being progress, there's just been
declining. Decline.
Sheesh, deterioration of the public healthcare system. I mean, right now, when I look at the public hospitals that I've visited, just generally attending to health issues, it's just. It's worse.
Yeah,
it's worse than it was before.
Yeah, I can
and I'm
imagine.
just like,
I can imagine.
You know what? When you're on medical aid, you really see. I mean, medical
the difference.
Being someone who's been on medical aid, I know, Guti. I've known the difference. I've felt the difference of obviously the private healthcare system and the public healthcare system.
Yeah.
And I must say, it's noticeable. It's crazy. Of course, the one it's because you pay out your
from
an
your
arm
own
and a
pocket.
leg,
yes, definitely
for it, but I swear it is now is money, is a human life now, differentiated by how much money they
can
have.
pay, yeah.
So is there a price on human lives now?
I mean, clearly, I guess to some extent. Clearly, that's what it's being implied with the differences between public and private. And
I swear, because when I was in a private hospital, man, I was asked, how are you? Are you okay? Every minute of every day. And I made sure that I'm comfortable. My pillows are puffed. Man, I'm getting the best. Of course, everything that they give me, they charge me for it.
Yes.
You know, I mean, even if they just give you something to wipe your face, they're going to charge you.
They go an extra mile.
But they go the extra mile. The nurses are super attentive. They're friendly. No one is trying to set a foot wrong. They are so attentive. At your beck and call. That buzzer works. I've seen those things in a public hospital, but
they don't work.
That thing does not work.
They're there for decoration.
I remember being in a public hospital and being a patient, having to assist another patient who was asphyxiating.
Oh wow, man.
I mean, imagine how traumatic that is. I've had my mom tell me stories, horror stories, where someone is busy, losing their life just next
to them,
and trying to scream for someone to come and assist. And where I've noticed, when you're sleeping in a private hospital, like hours and hours don't go by, even at night. Hours and hours don't go by without you being attended in a private hospital. But trust me, in a public, the night
5 hours,
mama
that's a
gcine ngo-10
ebusuku bazobona
ngo-4 and abazi bazo-checka ukuthi khona
do you
usaphila
need to go to the loo or do you need assistance with anything?
No, guys, and it imagine just being sick, but then also having to go through the trauma of the system and how it's just in disrepair and with such disregard for human life. It's crazy. It's like
sad, it's
just
crazy.
Because you have no money, does that mean your life has no value?
The implication is that though, with how things are being run right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it shouldn't be like that. And especially as a moral people, in general, in the general society of the world, it shouldn't be like that. But we're finding ourselves in an age and in a day where, yes, the implication is that if you don't have enough money, the care that you're going to receive is going to be low standard. If you can afford, then the care is going to be instant and now, But it's sad that we're finding ourselves in that. But we would like to hear your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. If there's something perhaps that you've come across, something you've heard, something you've read somewhere regarding the healthcare system in South Africa, and specifically the issue that Tom London identified when he was a patient at Helen Joseph Hospital. Perhaps you or your friend or a relative or family member has been a patient at the hospital. Tell us your story. Tell us what your experience was like, and we'd love to hear from you using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show.
Sorry, Mr.
Yes,
just
no worries.
to close
No
it off,
worries.
Nick,
Yes,
when it comes to the whole hospital debacle, remember I just read an article released on the 7th
Yes.
about a hospital in Limpopo.
Yes.
I just found another article that was released on the 9th about an incident that happened on the 8th at a hospital in Limpopo.
Okay.
Where they found another male on top of another male biting off his genitals. Where's the security? Why do hospitals even have security?
Let
if the
me
security
tell
is
you
not
a
guarding?
story that happened to me when you're talking about security. Imagine, okay, as a patient, I'm in this ward, right?
Yeah.
I've got a visitor, and now I walk the visitor out. I was able to go as far as the main gate. No, I was able to go as far
As a patient.
as the patient, and I have a wristband. I mean, you know, I've got it. No, I didn't. The difference was that I didn't have the nightgown on at the time, but I had a wristband. It's okay. So I reach as far as the gate to go, obviously escort the person there. And of course, in the state that I was in, I'm like, I don't even want to be here. I'm contemplating just not going back. But because this person cares about me, they were like, no, please go back so that, you can get the help that you need. I go back. But now, just because I went back of my own free will, right? And now I alert them that, by the way, can I just please have a call? I forgot now. I don't have anything here. I know that they're going to come and visit me again at visiting hours, but now this thing that I require is quite urgent, and I don't feel like I can be without it. Which was my phone, because I need to stay in contact, and I need to be in contact with the people. I run a business and whatnot. So this lady goes haywire, the nurse. I'm like, you know what? I should have just left. I should have just gone. I could have gone because you guys had not even noticed that I was missing. I was not here.
That was going to be the most slickest escape ever.
Right, but because I mentioned that, and then, I made them aware of that, something that they were not even aware of, I got restrained. I got restrained. I'm like, but I came back of my own accord. It means I want the help, and it means you're not really paying attention. And
If
why
I can
is
slip out
if
so
I can
easily.
just slip out so easily, and your security watched me. She looked at me straight in my eye and watched me go out.
Walk out,
so
yeah.
how is it my fault and
Yeah.
not the security's fault for not doing their job? And how am I getting restrained now?
Yeah.
Made to feel uncomfortable, and now you guys are now blaming me for your inability to do your job.
It's sad, it's sad. But of course, we're going to get a bit too into the story and how it unfolds as it goes along, as the days go by, as to what is the Department of Health saying in South Africa, and how is it navigating and trying to tackle this issue that is concerning the deteriorating state in our hospitals. It's sad. It's sad. Anyway, per usual, per our culture, right
Yes.
here on Vooka Breakfast Show, you know what it is. We always go into today in history, because there's a number of things that have occurred on a day-to-day basis in history. But before we get to that, on Facebook, on Twitter. Hey,
Yes.
on YouTube, we have
Yes.
Itibele Ndiane saying good morning. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugile. Rise and shine. Looking forward to the show.
Of course.
Tell a friend to tell another friend. Tell everyone. Spread it as far and as wide as you can, that everyone come in and join and hang out with us right here on hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So, today being the 11th of March, 2025. Today in history, we have on this day in 2011, an earthquake struck off the northeastern coast of Honshu, Japan, causing widespread damage in the country and triggering a devastating tsunami that incited a major nuclear incident. Or accident, rather. So that's what happened today in history on the 11th of March. The other one that I have here says, in 2020, the World Health Organization, this is in 2020, I don't know what happened in 2020, guys, right? In 2020, the World Health Organization declares the COVID-19 epidemic a pandemic.
And then did you see like there's a case that's been found?
No, of what? Of COVID?
Yeah.
Another case?
Yeah.
Is it right here in South Africa?
No, but apparently in China, there's another reported case of COVID.
It's crazy. It's
because
crazy.
they've been dealing with the what's this HMPV.
Oh yeah.
And then right now there's apparently a case of COVID. So, guys, I suggest let's stock fair like let's stock or whatever you can stock up.
Don't spread fear.
People are going to be buying tissues again, clearing out the shops and the shelves
was
of
tissues.
toilet. That was
was
crazy.
one of the
craziest
That was one of
things.
the most outlandish buying trends that happened during.
It was crazy.
We
Yeah.
didn't
Like,
have
why-
gonorrhea
why
the
did
whole
people,
country. They
like,
bought
just
tissues.
bulk buy toilet paper.
It was
I
crazy, man. It was
crazy.
crazy. Anyway,
Wild.
the other one that I have here says, in 1991, Freddie Mercury succumbs to AIDS. Do you guys know who Freddie Mercury is?
Yes, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Ah, come on, TC, come on. Yeah. The lead singer and founder of the band Queen.
Yes.
They did that song,
We will rock you. Yes.
Yeah, man. So Freddie Mercury,
Mercury.
in 1991 on the 11th of March succumbed to AIDS. You know, have you watched Bohemian? Is that where you know him from?
Yes,
Watching the
I've
movie.
watched it, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, Freddie Mercury, it was crazy that I think he had like a 6-octave range. Oh, it was crazy, man, when they explained that thing in the movie and how he tackled, his artistry and executed his craft. It was crazy. Too crazy. The other one I have here says, March the 11th is the 70th day of the year. And it is the 71st day in leap years in the Gregorian calendar.
Yes.
And today marks that there are 295 days until the end of the year. So we have 295 days remaining until the end of the year. And today is the 70th day of the year. Such cool and amazing stuff. If you have anything that you know, that you have heard of, that you're knowledgeable about regarding the things that have occurred on the 11th of March. Afriberry, you seem like you have one.
No, I just have an upcoming event. So apparently on the 14th of March, we'll be having the red moon.
Oh, we're going to be having a red moon on the 14th of March.
Yes.
Ah, very cool stuff.
So for anybody who's all about spirituality, alignment, they know that you need to sit under the moon and bask with all of its energy. Some will put a bottle of water in it so that the energy from the moon actually radiates into the bottle. So, guys,
very cool stuff. Very cool stuff.
Have a
Very cool
very
stuff.
epic moment.
We maybe we should take time and look out for it on the night of the 14th. See if the red moon will really come out, because we know that the orange one is usually in summer does come out, and it's a beautiful round orange moon, and it's so crazy to see. Anyway, we have birthdays as well on the 11th of March 2025. The first birthday we have here is Bobby McFerrin. Bobby McFerrin is an American singer, songwriter, producer, and conductor. His full name is Robert Keith McFerrin Jr. Was born in 1950 on the 11th of March, and today is 75 years old. I don't know if you guys know Bobby McFerrin. Are you familiar? Not really. Okay. The other one I have here is Terrence Howard.
Of course we are familiar
Terrence
with him.
Howard was born in 1969 and is an American actor. Full name being Terrence Deshaun Howard, and today is 56 years old. The other one is Johnny Knoxville. Do you know who Johnny Knoxville is?
Yes. What's that? He's
Jackass.
Yes.
Jackass.
That movie. Yes.
Yeah,
Can you
was.
say that word?
Yes.
The one after Jack.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes. It's the name of the movie.
Contextually,
Well, yeah.
contextually, you know, we're not
A
trying to be.
practical joker. He's a
Yeah,
practical
he's a
joker,
stunt.
like,
He's a stunt. He's an American actor and a stunt performer, a
Yeah.
comedian, a
Yeah.
producer, and a screenwriter. Full name: Philip John Clapp,
Okay.
but goes by Johnny Knoxville.
Knoxville.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Philip John what?
Clapp, yes. He was born in 1971 and today is 54 years old. The last one that I have here is Didier Drogba.
Oh.
Didier Drogba was born in 1978 and is an Ivorian former professional footballer who played as a striker, right? And says here his full name is Didier. I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce this one
Okay.
correctly, but Didier Yves Drogba Tibili
Yeah.
is 47 years old today, and Drogba was named African Footballer of the Year twice. And this was in 2006 and then again in 2009. So very, very, very cool stuff. And then the last one we have here is Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis played along LeBron James and all those big NBA stars. Today he is 31 years old, was born in 1993, and is an NBA star, like I said.
Unana guy?
31, 32, I think.
And
He's
yeah.
turning 32 today, ne?
He's my type. I'm turning 30.
Oh, is he your type? Do you like sports people and athletes
Yes.
and
Plus,
You
those
want to be
tall
a
guys?
wag.
Yeah,
You want to be a wag.
Yeah.
yeah.
And the last one that we have here hits very close to home. It's very, very close to home. And, I was hanging out with this person at an event we had last year from another platform that most, if not all of us, are very familiar with. The person is Simami Kalane.
Oh.
Simami Kalane is very close with our station manager.
Oh.
And our station manager, was celebrating his birthday last week.
Yes,
So
yes.
they are like a week apart.
Oh.
And they are,
Oh.
yeah. They're within with each other.
Okay.
So Simami is celebrating her birthday today on the 11th of March. And Umama Ake is what I'm being told here. Pimelo and Oratile. Am I saying that right, Mr. P? Ke mama go mpho. Phimelo Oratile Limpilo. Yes, because I remember last week. I remember last week when Banelo was celebrating his birthday.
Yes.
A comment came through from Simami Kalane on
Yes.
YouTube saying, Baba Ake is celebrating his birthday. Such amazing stuff. So a huge, huge, huge happy birthday. Let me see if I can find it here. Is it this one?
We learn.
We learn every day, of
day,
course.
don't know.
Let's see.
There
Let's
you
see.
go.
No, it's not this one. No. Okay, I'm going. There we go. Hey! Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. And I hope all of you guys will enjoy your day. So that's all we have for now when it comes to the word of the day. When it comes to today in history and the birthdays that are being celebrated today.
Yes.
And as per usual, as culture right here on Vooka Breakfast Show, after today in history, we move on to word of the day. The word of the day for 11th of March 2025, the word is elevate. The
Not
word
elevator, guys. In
elevate. Cat saying elevator behind on technical. So the word is elevator, and it is spelled ELEVATE. That's elevate. And the definition of elevate is to raise or lift something or someone to a higher position or level, to improve or enhance something. That's to elevate. So we're going to try and use it in a sentence right now. And the sentence is, the new marketing strategy helped elevate the company's brand and increase its sales. I'll say that again. The new marketing strategy helped elevate the company's brand and increase its sales. And the synonyms for elevate is to raise, it is to lift, to boost, to enhance, and as well as to improve. And antonyms or the opposites of elevate are to lower, to decrease, to diminish, like we've been saying,
Yes.
about the state of our hospitals, and to reduce. So very, very cool stuff. I hope you and I, throughout the entirety of the show today, will be able to use and include the word elevate
Yes.
in our spoken language and of course in our vocabulary. So you know that it's the 11th of March and is the Tuesday morning. And what it says here is that start your week by elevating your goals and aspirations. Set your sights higher. Challenge yourself and strive for excellence. Such amazing stuff. Remember, elevation is not just about achieving success, but also about growing and becoming a better version of yourself. Very, very cool stuff. I hope that you'll find all of the things that we share with you very inspirational and uplifting, and that they'll elevate you.
Yeah.
Did you see what I did there? Come on, man.
I love it.
I love it as well. So, we have so much in store for you for the remainder of the show. We're going to be having Osvaldo again joining us today for all things regarding personal finances. On a Tuesday, as a regular, we talk about handling your finances correctly. More last week mentioned that we need to start, elevating our level of financial literacy
Yes.
and financial education. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So we're going to be hanging out with Osvaldo, giving us so much information and education and knowledge regarding our personal finances. Later on, we'll be hanging out with someone who's very well versed in the field of health and fitness.
Yes.
And TC, you'll be taking us through that.
Ubongo Lebanzi
Yes.
Vabaza.
Yes.
He will be here as your health and fitness expert from the Msotra Fitness Club.
Oh, wow.
Giving us some fitness tips and obviously telling us a little bit more about what they do over there and how you can get in on some of that action
Yes.
and keep healthy and fit as we get you picked up and healthy with his interview. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be insightful.
Very, very, very
Of
cool
course,
stuff.
I'm
Very
dressed
cool
for
stuff.
it as
Yes,
well,
I can
so-
see you, and I like your hoodie, like the friends. I love it. I love
course.
it. I love it. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. And then later on, we will be getting into all things regarding public affairs and what the space of public affairs refers to. I can't wait to get into that one. Because this will be the first time, ladies, we have someone who is knowledgeable and informed about all things public affairs.
Fair.
Hopefully, he'll be coming through.
Yes.
And I know yesterday we were trying to get a hold of him, but I'm being told that he responded.
Okay,
And
nice.
fingers crossed he's going to be joining us later today.
Awesome
So with
stuff.
that being said, let you and I and the ladies right here go grab a glass of water, grab a cup of coffee because it's a bit chilly this morning. The sun is still not coming out, and let's pay our bills. And you and I and the ladies will see each other right after this cool stuff.
Once again, good morning, Mzansi. If you missed your fifth headline when we started the show, these are the recap of your headlines. On the first one, two pedestrians have died in an accident in Soweto. The Johannesburg Metropolis Department officers were responding to a road blockade caused by a wage dispute between Wata and Nanduwe Taxi Association. Tragically, while heading to the scene, officers were involved in an accident that led to the death of two pedestrians. Police investigations are ongoing. Separately, Wata chairman confirmed that two taxi owners were shot dead during the protest, which stemmed from a long-standing route dispute. Despite recent High Court ruling, tensions remain as Nanduwe was also granted rights to operate on a certain route by the Gauteng Provincial Regulatory Entity. On the second headline, Helen Joseph suffered 20-year neglect, health organization has stated. A report by the OHSC and Health Ombudsman highlighted long-standing neglect and poor service delivery at Helen Joseph Hospital, including infrastructure issues, security concerns, and staff shortages. Dr. Aslam Dasu criticized unskilled leadership and called for accountability. Action SA's Dr. Hosi Letlape echoed the need for system-wide reforms. The Gauteng Department of Health acknowledged the findings and pledged to implement corrective measures, including restructuring and comprehensive maintenance plan to address the challenges. Now heading to the last headline, Joburg Decay, abandoned project in the city of gold. The Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi is patting himself on the back for fixing traffic lights in Sandton. In a social media post, Lesufi waxed lyrical about a permanent solution to a traffic light woes in Greyston Drive. But if you drive into other parts of the city and Gauteng, it's a different story. Maintenance has ground to a halt with gaping holes in some roads. In Wynberg, maintenance work has ground to a halt. The road has been blocked off since April last year. Darlington Ntuli of Drywall and Ceilings Africa said they have had promise after promise that problems are being attended to. In his words, he said the hole is worse than it was in the beginning. That's all for the news headline. Now, heading over to sports news, starting off with the horse racing. Constitution Hill bids to regain Cheltenham title. An 8-year-old trained by Nikki Henderson returns unbeaten over hurdles after health setbacks since winning in 2023. Key opponents include Gordon Elliott's mare Bright Yachts Ahead and Willie Mullins' statesman. Mullins also eyed the third Cheltenham Gold Cup for Galloping Des Champs. This year's Cheltenham meeting starts with a Michael O'Sullivan Supreme Novice Hurdle, honoring the late Irish jockey who won the race 2 years ago. Now heading over to your football news. Latest on Sipho Mbule's misconduct case at Sekhukhune United. Babina Noko sent Mbule home following a confrontation with a technical team member. He missed the 2-1 Betway Premiership loss to Richards Bay, which led to coach Siema sacking and Eric Tinkler's appointment. Sipho Mbule, on loan from Mamelodi Sundowns, was cleared to resume training after an internal meeting. The postponed Nedbank Cup clash against Sundowns would have excluded him due to a rules. Mbule joined Sekhukhune for more game time but is set to return to Sundowns in July unless purchased outright. Now, on the last headline for today on sports, Kaizer Chiefs at risk of losing George Matlow. Matlow has regained fitness and became a key player under coach Nasreddin Nabi. However, Chiefs are reportedly struggling to secure his future, allowing him to sign a pre-contract elsewhere. Although they extended his contract, it only runs until 30th of June, after which he could leave on a free transfer if no new offer is made. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more sports news updates, analysis throughout the show. Do not forget to share your thoughts on these headlines with us on social media using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. My name is Muketi Maimane, and that's all. Right now, let's head over to TC for your latest traffic update.
Grand Rising, Mzansi. I hope you are still making your way safely to your destinations and staying cautious and vigilant on the roads. So here is your traffic update. There's a stationary vehicle in Midrand on the N1 southbound at the off-ramp to the Samrand Avenue. There's also a stationary vehicle on the R21 southbound at the off-ramp to the OR Tambo Airport. The emergency lane is closed. A crash in Edenvale on the R24 eastbound at the off-ramp to Barbara Road M59 has resulted in one of the 3 lanes being closed. Please approach this area with caution. A stationary vehicle in Florida is blocking the emergency lane on the N1 southbound just after the off-ramp from the Maritzburg Road. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more updates throughout the show. Use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show to engage with us throughout our social media platforms and share any traffic disruptions we may have missed on your daily commute. My name is Tisigamuzibuko Shabalala, and this was your Vooka Traffic. Now let's get you prepped for an epic morning show.
Hey family.
Hi.
My name is Tisiga Mazibuko Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Miss.
My name is Ketsu Mguni.
On the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
We're out here in the heart of Soweto, Top Santon. This is right next to Zondi Hills and just before you get to Broad Fisher Club. I'm out here, my name is Musi Nest. I'm out here with the one and only maximum temperature. I'm working my money. CC Shabalala Wakamazibugo, and of course our station manager, the one and only Manele Lyric. And we're traveling out here, man. This is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yeah, you gotta get it fresh.
We are fresh and nice. Now it's time to take the information to the people.
Of course, like Mo just mentioned, do stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. We're going to be coming to a street to do live near you, wanting to know what your thoughts are out there on the street.
Of course, we've got TCO Wamazibuko with the traffic update. Right now, we are going to N1 southbound to make sure that whatever that you guys get, it is real-time information.
Yes,
so, looking at Mukhorosi, we have robots that are not working right here, but the traffic is moving. We're going to look at when is your rush hour time, when people are from the work, or from school,
yes,
right?
Sir.
We're
Yes,
gonna give you your daily update. So do make sure that you stay with us. Mobile Vooka Breakfast
Yes,
Show.
sir. Welcome back on Ongonakokhaya. That was your second news headline update and of course your second traffic update with Mweketi Maimane and TC Shabalala Wakamazibugo. If you've just walked in and you've just joined us, you are still on time, still on schedule to catch your favorite breakfast show right here on Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network. Up next, we're going to be talking, like I said, we're going to be getting into all things personal finance and being able to handle your personal finances and equipping yourself with the necessary knowledge and information when it comes to financial literacy and financial education. Like yesterday, we're going to be joined in studio by Osvaldo Naka, like he was hanging out with us yesterday morning on a Monday morning when he was giving us our Monday weekly motivation. So today he'll be getting into all things personal finances and trying to equip us with all the necessary information that you and I will need moving forward as people who are in the working force. In a second, he'll be joined by Mweketi Maimane, maximum temperature, and they'll be getting into the conversation about all things concerning finance or personal finances, rather. So I can't wait. Of course, if you have any questions, queries, opinions and everything else in between, or perhaps you want to share your own thoughts as to how you handle your personal finances, we would love to hear from you concerning all those. And you can engage with us across all our social media platforms. We go by Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. Comment down the line using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So in a second, I wanted to go over to Mo so that he can introduce once again, Osvaldo, and welcome him. And let's get into that. Mr. Makets, my man, how's it going, my brother?
Good morning once again, Musi Mister. And this is the personal finance corner. You know that whenever you see me here, guys, just know that I have made a bad financial decision. But, of course, I'm not alone, man. I will be joined by Osvaldo Naka, who we hosted yesterday with our Monday motivation. Because today is Tuesday, we're dealing with, finances. But Musi, I just want us to have a conversation before we get into the interview, right?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever made a very bad personal, finance decision?
I have more. And, the thing that's not great is that one always regrets it when, you've made bad financial decisions. Yep. And you look back and think, what could I have done? Should have, could have, would have, maybe I should have done this, that, and the other. And it's sad that, like I was telling Osvaldo, that from a fundamental age, from a young age, from an early childhood development age, we are not taught these things as people who are going to be growing up and eventually being in the workforce more. So I hope that, and I'm trusting, I have so much faith that Osvaldo is going to share so much information. But how about you? Have you shared or rather taken very bad financial decisions?
Yeah, as I've said when I began the show, guys, that when you see me here, I have made a very bad financial decision. But I am covered because let me take it back to last year, December. We
yes,
know
sir.
that it is filled with fun moments, where with your family, your friends, and now the decision that you are making are so impulsive to a point that whenever you wake up in the morning, you just regret making that decision by buying that kind of product or the products that you have. But don't worry, guys, we have got you covered right here on the personal finance. Once again, my name is Mukiti Maimane, and I'm joined by the one and only Mr. Osvaldo Naka, who is a financial expert. Mr. Osvaldo, we had you yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Good morning once again, and how are you doing this morning, sir?
Good morning. I'm very good. Thank you so much. I enjoyed you guys so much yesterday that I wanted to come back today.
Definitely, man. I'm also enjoying this because I can't just wait to get into the conversation,
Right.
because when we sat down with you yesterday, I saw that there was so much,
Right.
that you were doing, because you are that man who has gone through so many fields, and yesterday you mentioned that you want to teach us, some of the calculations,
Right.
and obviously bringing it to the people who are watching at home.
Yes.
So before we get into the calculation, please give me some background of, your financial aspect in the field.
Okay, so obviously my financial expert is that I've been handling money since I left matric. And throughout the years, it's always been a quest of mine to find out how do I save more, how do I invest money, and also how do I make the right financial decisions. And throughout my financial life, I've made those good decisions, those bad decisions, learned, got burned, and then recently went through specific events that also financially impacted me as well, relationship-wise. And throughout that journey, I've just been headstrong around how much research can I do around money, around finance, and how does it really work? Because remember the story that I told that I had to leave studying economics, but the hunger to want to know how money works and how the economy works was still there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so, I hear you, and because when I look at your page in Instagram, man, like there's some interesting, posts that you have posted here. Let me just go through, two of the posts that people can get hold of right there at home. So the first one says, you posted this on the 9th of Feb 2020, right? Money comes and goes, but the change you bring to someone's life has a compounding effect that continues to make a difference. That is from the one and only Osvaldo Naka, who is joining me right here with those profound words. Another one is ability to think and be successful in any measure is not monopolized. Right? Let me repeat that. Ability to think and be successful in any measure is not monopolized. So, from the conversation that we had yesterday about the love that you developed for speaking, how important did you see it that speaking with the public with money can give a significant change in their lives?
Wow, that's a beautiful question. So the change I saw was because I don't come from a good background where money was always available. And when I either drive through, walk through the different societies that I'm in, I see that it's one of the common problems that we all have. And when you look at our history, especially our African history, you see that that's one of the areas that we haven't been able to make the greatest impact in the world. We share that common thing of we are financially behind as a race. And that's one of the things that I saw in society. It's like, wow, what if you could make a difference by studying money, how it works, and finding out how people have handled money throughout. That's where I saw that, okay, this is something that could make a difference, because it's actually tied into psychology. That it's money is not separated from personality, I found. So it's like, oh, this ties back into psychology. It's like, so that tied back into that, yes.
Definitely. Now we are getting deep in the conversation, guys. If you're watching from home, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag to use to ask the question that you want to ask regarding personal finances and decisions that you have made, based on your financial education that you have had. So, Mr. Osvaldo, I want to ask you this question. So right now, what type of personal calculation you wanted to demonstrate to us? Let's get deep into that.
Oh yes, so this calculation is something which is called a financial freedom number.
Okay.
So the true definition, if you read through Robert Kiyosaki's books, if you read through Ray Dalio's books, you'd find that the definition of wealth is the ability to wake up and choose to do what you want to do. So it's having enough money where you can decide what you want to do with your time. And once you get that number, it means you can wake up and choose to do the work that you want to do, where you don't have to work and do the things that you don't want to do. And we all have that financial freedom number. And we could even do the practical exercise now. So you've got a calculator somewhere.
Yeah.
So now, suppose you want to live a 20,000 Rand lifestyle.
All right.
And this goes to your expenses, your monthly lifestyle. And you know, okay, 20,000 Rand covers my rent or my bond, covers my car, my insurance, and this lifestyle I'm able to afford. Let's say it's 20,000 Rand. You take that money, multiply it by 12. So the 12 represents the 12 months that there are in a year.
Okay.
So you see that, okay, 20,000 Rand every single month gets me to live that lifestyle. So what number do you have there after 12 months? How much is that?
240,000 rands.
So you would need 240,000 Rand to live every single month. That covers your monthly expenses and your lifestyle. And what would you say is the return rate, whether it's through savings, investment, what percentage do you have the greatest confidence that you know I'm definitely going to get a return on this? What is it? Is it 6%, 8%, 9%? What would you say it is? Where would you say that you know you've got the greatest confidence? If I put my money in here, I'm going to get this return. And what's the percentage that you have? What would you say it is?
6%.
6%.
Yeah.
Okay, so now take that number, then divide that by 6%. And tell me what.
Say 240,000.
Divide by 6%.
100. It's times 100 divided by 6.
Yeah.
100 then divided by 6. I'm getting 400,000.
No, that's the wrong calculation. So take the 240,000 and just straight divide by 6%. I'm sure the calculator can do that.
Divide by 6 is 4,000.
6%. Does it have a percentage sign?
Oh, the percentage. Divide by 6%, right?
Yes.
It's still giving me 400,000.
Times it by?
Okay, times?
By 100.
By 100. I think this one is giving me...
Let's use my calculator. Okay, so now, you see, we said 240,000, right? Okay. Divided by 6%. Gives me that 4 million.
4 million.
Right.
Okay.
So that means that you would have to have 4 million Rand in an investment that gives you a 6% return, that would pay you out 20,000 Rand a month to be able to let you do whatever you want to do for the rest of your life. Now, we all have these different financial freedom numbers. So, for example, if a soccer player was getting paid 60,000 Rand, he would use the same formula and the end number would be different. Yeah. So that means the higher the lifestyle you want to live, the more you need in a savings or in investments to be able to give you that financial freedom number. So once I figured that number out, I was like, oh, okay, so my main focus is not income, but building up assets that allow me to live my life in a financial freedom lifestyle. And that then changed the way I saw money and how you want to handle your money or manage your money differently.
So how does this calculation, help an individuals in terms of, being informed, make the informed decisions? How does this calculation help an individual to make informed decisions about their personal finance?
So how this helps is that you then get to understand that the higher lifestyle I want to live, the more money I need. So it goes back to the example of if you want to move from an area where your rental is low and you want to go live in an area where the rental is very high, just know that you need more money in your financial freedom bucket. So that then allows you to say, okay, what's more important for me? Is it to be able to move around, do the things that I love to do, or is it more important for me to go and live that high lifestyle, have that, could I say, maybe the 3-bedroom house or maybe the 5-bedroom or 10-bedroom house. But to live that lifestyle, you need more money. So that impacts it impacts the actual financial freedom number because you need more of it to maintain that lifestyle.
Yeah, definitely. What I want us to do right now is to take a short break because, when it comes to finance, we get sensitive. Some of us, we are big money spenders. We just want to spend all the way. But let me take a short break, and then when we come back, we're going to continue with the discussion right here with Mr. Osvaldo Naka, who is a financial expert. I hope you guys right there at home, you are taking notes on how to manage your personal finances, right? The hashtag to use is hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Comment down below with the comment with your questions, and then Mr. Osvaldo here is here to answer you. So let us take a short break and let's get you prepped with your weather forecast.
Hey family.
Hi.
My name is Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala.
My name is Muketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Mist.
My name is Ketsu Mguni
On the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
All right, Mzansi, still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show. My name is Muketi Maimane, and this is your personal finance segment where we speak finance. Today we are joined by a financial expert, Mr. Osvaldo Naka. We're still in conversation, and as I have emphasized, do make sure that you comment down below with your questions regarding your personal experience when it comes to your finances. So, Mr. Osvaldo, coming to this question, what are the common mistakes that you have, came across when speaking to people in terms of managing their finances?
The common mistake is, we go back again to psychology, is when people don't know what they hierarchy of values are. So in simple principles is that we both have different values. We both have these hierarchy of values of what's most important to what's least important. For instance, if you're a father and I'm a single person, if you're a father of maybe 3 or 4 kids, if I come and there's 10,000 Rand that gets given to us, you will spend that money differently to how I would spend it. I would perhaps see that, it's 10,000 Rand, I'm a single guy, it's almost Friday, I would decide, well, I need to go and have a nice time in a party and I'll have a good social life. Whereas with you, the same 10,000 Rand you would probably think, okay, how do I elevate my family life? How do I improve certain things that would elevate the family life? So sometimes we don't understand that our values is what drives our financial decisions. We make decisions based on what we believe is most valuable at that time. Without understanding that, you could think that you're making financial mistakes, but you're actually not. You're spending according to what you value most with every single transaction. So the number one mistake that I've seen is when people don't understand what their values are and what drives their decisions. That then impacts how they see money.
Yeah. So another question that I want to ask, because, taking from what you have said about how people mismanage their finances, I just want to ask is that what are the assumptions that people have when they come through, this calculation on, this is the amount of money you need to spend on a monthly basis?
Yes.
What assumption do people have?
So the assumption they have is that expenses are more important than savings and investments. We've been taught through budgeting that, okay, the first thing you do when you start your budget is you first put aside where you're going to spend and how much you're going to spend. And then from there, okay, out of what's left, how much are you going to go into savings and investments? But once you understand the power of that calculation and that becomes your main focus, now you start asking yourself, how much can I save and invest? And then what's left, how much can I then spend and take out and pay other people? Yeah.
So this calculation, how easily is it accessible? Or can anyone go on the internet, search for the calculation on how to, manage their finances in a proper manner? Or it's something that you have, written in your own book, or you have an organization that take people through the teachings and the lessons?
Well, it's easily accessible. It's easily accessible on the internet. You just type in how to calculate my financial freedom number, and it's right there. It'll give you the calculations. But for those who don't find it, it's just simply a formula of lifestyle. How much do I want to live every single month? Multiply that by the number of months, which is then 12 months, and then divide by the percentage where I know I'm guaranteed to get an income from. Where I know, in this case, it could be a simple thing like a savings account. A savings account, you're guaranteed. If I put in 100,000 in any bank, they are guaranteed to give me that return every single month. And that's where you'll be able to then calculate that. When, in terms of, from a professional point of view, what I then do is I run one-on-one consultations where the first thing we then do is, again, determine what are your values, where is it that you want to go, what do you value most? And the first step we then look at is where currently are you financially? Are you do you have more debt than assets? Where are you currently now? So that's what I do on a one-on-one basis, where we actually go in and delve deep and say, okay, where are you personally? Let's delve in. Do you have more assets than liabilities, or do you have more liabilities than assets? Then we do the calculation, and then we say, okay, let's then use the same calculation to find out what your financial freedom number is.
So are there any limitations or potential biases when it comes to these calculations?
No, there isn't. And the funny thing is that because it's a science, it's a mathematical number, it doesn't matter where you are or where you live. It's sort of like, it goes back to a person who lives a lower lifestyle can get there quicker than someone who lives a higher lifestyle, because the money that is needed again is higher on the person that lives a higher lifestyle than someone who's on a lower, who needs less. It's the same concept of, if I drive a Golf 7 and you drive, let's say, a Toyota or Corolla that is easily sustainable, who's paying more at the end of the month? I'm paying more to get to my destination than you are. So there's no limitation to that number of who it is. But what I love about that number is that it teaches you that the higher your lifestyle, the more money you need to sustain that lifestyle. And that's one of the things we don't get taught in school. We're taught make as much money as possible, but you don't get taught how do you maintain that lifestyle through savings and investments? Yeah.
Yeah, because those are the common mistakes that we find, especially because I want to touch based on the psychology of money. We know that we live in the township. You know, when people see the lifestyle out there, they want to apply it right here in the township because it's based on class, you know, bringing class to where you are. So can you please walk me through, man, the psychology of money in general, you know, and how does it affect one personal financial decision?
Well, it affects everything. So the number one thing to understand about money and psychology is based upon personal value. If you look at someone who values themselves and someone who values what they bring to the marketplace, that person is more likely to get an income and keep that money. Whereas someone who doesn't value themselves and doesn't see how they provide economically to society, that person would tend to spend more money, because what they're doing is they're saying, I value myself through this brand. This is how I relate through this brand. So I build other people's brands instead of building my own brand. When you build your own brand, that says, okay, I've got value. So therefore, you need less of an outside incentive to build that. And you touched on that lifestyle where you see people from lower neighborhoods wanting to live that higher neighborhood. But the thing is, imagine if you could do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the key. And that's the thing, is being able to do what you want to do. If I'm living a 10,000 Rand lifestyle, I would need only 2 million to be financially free. That means I'll have money coming in every single month that allows me to do what I want to do with my time. And that's the key thing. And I believe that that's more important than driving the latest car. Because I can drive the latest car, but I'm still forced Monday to Friday to go and do something that I might not want to do. Yeah, so I think it's about valuing things and seeing what the true value of things are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we talk about financial education, because it is a subject that is sensitive for most of the people, so does it have, you know, limitations? Because with your story from matric to studying economics, you know, is it something that is ongoing, or there's education that you can get for a certain time and apply for the rest of your life, or financial education goes in until you live up to whatever age that you get to?
It's continuous. It's an ongoing thing, and that's the beauty about it, because throughout your life you have different changes. You go from being single to now handling a household to now, okay, now you've got kids. Now how do you handle finances when you got kids, and how do you handle finances when you want to pay that lobola now?
Yeah.
Now that lobola is then the extra cost. So it's an ongoing journey. There's no start. You don't have to start at a certain age and end at a specific place. And the beauty about it is that the more you learn about investing and savings, the more that also feeds into how you build your business life. Because now you're learning, okay, investments, how do they work? It's about putting money into something that in the future will give you a return. And okay, how do you value something that will give you a return? You need to look at how a business operates. Okay, how is this business operating? Does it have people in there that are taking advantage of the assets in place that will give me a greater return in the future? Now your financial education now is starting to grow. Now you're seeing, okay, how do businesses function? How does the psychology of a business function? How are the leaders in the business leading that business? So that's how you grow with it. It's a lifelong journey.
Yeah, definitely interesting, man. I'm getting broody right here over the financial segment with Osvaldo. And as I have said and as I have emphasized, do make sure that you post and you write your comment down below using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So before we conclude, one last question. Key indicators and key factors that people need to focus on. What are those things that, you know, when somebody is getting into the financial world and now they start getting a job, you know, start to earn a salary, what are the most key important factors that they need to focus on?
Okay, the key factor to focus on is your savings. The first thing you need to focus on is your savings. One of the things that you can do is calculate how much am I making every single month. If you're making 10,000, 12,000, and 20,000, take that number, multiply that by 3. That means you'll have 3 months worth of living expenses should anything happen with you and the job. So that means you've got 3 months to get back on your feet just in case. So the first goal is to have ×3 in your savings account. Let that just be there and don't use that. That's the first thing that you need to do, is understand, okay, this is for that in case anything happens. So the moment you have the 3 months saved up and it's in there, then you can start learning more about different ways of investing and different ways of savings. And then the second most critical thing that I would say is determine your values. Know what you value most and why you're making the decisions that you're making. One of the great websites that you can go on to help you really determine your values, it's called drdimartini.com. In there you get a free complimentary site where you can actually go in, a set of 13 questions, where it helps you to determine what your values are. You will actually get to see, okay, this is why I make certain decisions that I make. When I get 10,000 Rand, this is exactly how I'm going to spend my money. And on that value list, you'll actually see where money is in terms of where you value money. Because sometimes we have this misperception that I value money up there. Whereas when you do that value determination, you'll find that you value money is probably 4th or 5th, and that's why you spend it more than retain it, because it's a value-based decision. You value spending the money because grooving is nice on a Friday, more than the patience of that savings and investment. So that's where you're like, oh, this is where money is on my value list. And that's why I'm making these financial decisions that impact that money.
Powerful, Mr. Osvaldo. So right now, I just want to ask this last question. On my financial planning, as a financial expert, can you please advise me? Can I use or put girlfriend allowance in my financial plan?
If you value your girlfriend, yes. If she's something that you value, then yeah, you'll put it there as girlfriend allowance.
Definitely. I hope you guys are still in conversation with us. Right now, what I want to do is to include Musi in this conversation, you know, just to go and get through on how he's feeling, because I am feeling amped up with the education that I have got right here. Financially, I am well equipped. So budget, saving, investing, expect me anytime. Musi, take me through, man. Like
so much to explore more. And you know, like I said yesterday when when we were talking and hanging out with Osvaldo, is that we never have enough time to explore all these very essential topics and, you know, discussions that can teach us, not only us, but everyone who's watching and listening right there at home. So Osvaldo, I have something here, you know, because we, on a week-to-week basis, on a Tuesday, we always talk all things personal finance, right? And it says here, personal finance refers to things like mortgages and investments and all these other things. Would you, as someone who's well versed in the space of financial literacy and personal financial literacy, is that how you would characterize it or define it, as a thing that covers managing your money well, saving and investing, and it says it encompasses budgeting, banking, investment and retirement plans, and all of those things? Is that how you would explain it to someone at a very low level, someone who's never heard of financial literacy and is not knowledgeable about the topic of financial literacy?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
You hit it right on the nail.
Yes, sir.
And also tell them that it's a crucial skill. I mean, like, we're told that swimming is a crucial skill, but how many of us have swam today?
I mean, I'm one of those people who can't swim myself.
You're right.
Yes, sir.
But you handled money today, right?
Yeah.
You're more likely to handle money than go out swimming. So I think it must be categorized as a survival skill. It must be higher than swimming.
I love that. But here's another thing that now, as you're saying that, is that, because what I was getting from the conversation that you were having with Mo is it also speaks to prioritizing, right? And you spoke about value. And as individuals in society and in the workforce, we value different things. But how do you teach one then to know what is more valuable? And is there perhaps, maybe even before we get to what is more valuable, is there maybe a benchmark and a standardized thing that we can approach as individuals in the society, saying that these are the things that we should value with regards to our personal finances, and this is how you can try to apply them moving forward as an individual in the workforce?
Everyone has a different financial journey.
Okay.
My financial journey is not the same as yours.
Yes, sir.
Because these different values is what brings society together. But at common, we all want money to do the things that we value most.
Yes, sir.
So if we learn how, first of all, okay, what's most valuable to me? So for instance, in the same case, if he's a father of 3 kids, or maybe he's got a girlfriend.
Yes.
So let's just bring it down to a normal social level.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Suppose you're a female, right? And
Yeah.
females say that money is the universal language of love.
Yes.
Who would you rather want to be with, right? Someone who makes good financial decisions or someone who makes bad financial decisions?
Good financial decisions, yes.
Good financial
Yes,
decisions.
sir.
So if you're a female who values that, in society she's going to look for a person that is handling money in that way. And if we go to him and he values his girlfriend, he's going to want to be financially secure. So that value drive is, okay, how do we then inspire him to be more financially, savvy? Then, okay, we've got his driving force, is his girlfriend. Then I come and I ask him, okay, what would happen if he became more financially successful? He would get to keep his girlfriend for longer because she's got
yes.
the time limit.
Yes.
So now we've driven up the need for him to be financially competent,
Yes,
to
sir.
learn more about finances. Because now the question is, okay, what if she says your 10,000 is not enough? For the
Enough,
month?
yes.
How do we get you to 20,000? It's like, okay, because I want to get to 20,000 because she wants that house, she wants that good thing. Now he needs to learn different skills to handle finances because that's his value drive. And your value drive could be different.
Different from
that's
his,
why I say
yes.
that it's important for you to understand your value drives and then make that part of that big financial goal. Tie that into your financial goal of, okay, if I make more money, how does it drive these values of mine?
I love it.
Yeah.
Mo, we can never finish. We can never finish. And like I said at the beginning when Osvaldo got here, is that these are some of the things that I personally feel more should be taught from a very early age, from an ECD level. And, value again comes to mind in that from an early age, our education system values teaching us very, I wouldn't say necessarily useful things, but things that do not tie into our adulthood as we are adults in the society, But it's unfortunate, but we can never finish. In closing, man, we were joined by Osvaldo, hanging out with Moketi and getting into all things personal finance and trying to equip us with the necessary information and knowledge with regards to our financial literacy and financial education. In closing, Mo, do you have anything?
Yeah, of course, man. You know that when it comes to closing, we have our culture of playing games.
Oh, yes,
right here,
yes.
of course, right? So we want to test our financial expert.
Yes.
Right here. So I have a question. It implies to all of us, right? So this is what we call what do you put in a basket, right? We have 350 each of us.
Yes.
So I'm going to start with you. You have 350. What 5 items are you going to put in that basket?
Your grocery basket.
Grocery basket.
Yes, sir.
I'm at a grocery shop.
Grocery shop. You have 350 rands.
What am I going to put in?
I mean, I think it also speaks to value, right? Because
Right,
when we
yeah.
walk into a shop, we value different things. Yeah.
Yo, I'm not an expert at grocery shopping. That's the problem.
But let's try to bring it
what
and
I would
close it
put
off.
there, right? I would probably put milk.
Okay.
I'll put breakfast things. I'll put breakfast things there. 3 items, ne?
5.
5 items.
5 items.
350.
350.
Okay, bread, milk, peanut butter. I'm trying to think. Okay, how much is what and what?
Yeah.
I'll probably put bread, milk. Probably put tea in there. Then, I'd make sure there's toothpaste and a toothbrush. Yes. Yeah, those things.
Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Yeah.
Well, Musi,
Look, man, You know, TC always says when I answer questions like this, I always try to be as diplomatic as I can be.
Yeah.
But I feel like 350 is not enough, obviously. But if I was to bring it down, like it goes to what you were talking about, Oswald, is that priority and valuing, right? The things that you value. I would probably not slot in the toothpaste and the toothbrush because that's probably something I already have at home. And what I usually do is when I grow grocery buying, I buy those in bulk or I buy more of those things and have them sitting somewhere. So I would go bread. I would go, I'm not a tea drinker or coffee drinker, so I would go bread. I would go eggs. I would go oil. I would go. Okay, I can't think of the rest of the two, man. I can't think of the rest of the two. But yeah, Mo, those are some of the things, man. So I think that it's a very cool question. It's a game, yes, but it speaks to the things that we prioritize and value as individuals. Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely, because prioritizing, as you mentioned, spoke about value, that comes with you spending the money on the things that you need, right? But yeah, that's where the conversation ends here on Vooka Breakfast Show. This was our financial segment that speaks with how you deal with your personal finance. So before I let you go, where can people find you on your social media platforms?
Oh yeah, so the nice thing about having a difficult name is that it's also easy to find. So once you just type in Osvaldo Nyako on the Google search, you'll be able to find me. And it'll give you links to Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube as well, all of the stuff that's on the internet. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we're hoping to see you and bring some financial aspect, because we definitely need them right here.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
That
so
was
much.
Osvaldo Naka right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. We still have more guests lined up for you. So what we're going to do right now is to take a short break, and to cue you in, TC Wabamazivugo will be having a conversation with Bongo Libanzi Mvabaza based on health and fitness, what to know and what to do on your health and fitness segment. Let us take a short break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, Ngwanakokhaya. If you have just walked in and just joined us, look, man, you have missed such an informative segment when we were joined by Osvaldo Nyaka, telling us, or rather informing us about all things financial literacy and financial education. This is what we do on a Tuesday morning on a week-to-week basis, trying to equip you with all things great and educational regarding finances and financial literacy. So without any further ado, Mo, I don't know about you, but I got so much information and knowledge from that, and I want to go back home and learn.
Yeah,
definitely. Rewatch the interview that you had with Osvaldo and try to see what I can take away from it. How about you?
Yeah, definitely, Musi. Just by seeing me here, man, I am equipped. And my name is Mweketi Maimani,
yes.
And now my surname holds so much value.
Okay.
Maimani, right? So there's so much value, and I am equipped, man, by what, the conversation that I just had with Mr. Osvaldo, man, because we know that the financials, they play a very huge and important role in our lives.
Yes, sir.
Each and every day, even if, man, you're getting a 10 rand, it doesn't say, financial education needs to start whenever you're having a 20,000 rand. No, even if you're having a 10 rand, it speaks to value. What are you going to spend on with that 10 rand? So I am very equipped, man. So I hope you at home, you were equipped with so much information. That was informative, man, because we know that financials are a bit sensitive, especially in our families. Immediately when you want to talk financials, yes, but obviously, as we mentioned that, man, we've got so much lined up for you. Before we go in, give you Utisio Mazibugo and our health and fitness expert, we know that we've always got something trending on our socials, Musi.
Of course, but more, we have a few comments coming through right here on YouTube. The hashtag to use on YouTube is hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. We have one here from Nomfundo Zulu saying, "Hey guys," oh, okay, that's something else. But I'm saying, "Hi Nomfundo." Okay, that's another one. And then there's Dumza 6 saying, "You can never go wrong taking financial advice from a financial expert that gets his financial know-hows from the likes of Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah. Very cool stuff, very cool stuff." And then there's another one coming from Bukhosi Maselwa saying, for 350, that's hard, but I will go to ShopRite and buy the 300 hamper.
Yeah,
very smart.
I was thinking
very smart. Very smart. Such cool stuff. Celtic, he's someone I'm very close with, and I know, and he always watches and supports, man. So very cool stuff. We didn't think of that, Bukhosi. So that's very smart of you to come up with that. Yeah. You can actually take the 350, save the 50 rand, or spend it on something else more, and go to ShopRite and buy the hamper. That includes quite a lot of things and essentials that we need. Yes. So Ngwanakokhaya, you know what we always bring you as per usual right here, Mokhaya, is all things trending on our social media platforms. So Mo, I know you have something that you want to share with us. Talk to me. What's happening on the socials?
Definitely. Yesterday, man, I woke up to a rumor that Java had sexually assaulted Amanda Black. So obviously we were waiting for a statement from Amanda Black, because now rumors were circulating and they were growing to a point that, that fake news, when they catch fire, hey, man, the way they spread, they can even ruin someone's life. And this speaks to what is happening to Java's life, right? Java is gigging, concert after concert, has recently, released his EP, man, doing good things with his fans. The love that he's been getting, it's tremendous. So now waking up to saying, Amanda Black, was sexually assaulted by Java. It's something that, has grappled with a lot of people, especially users, man, right here on Twitter, and fans, because people are asking themselves. And what caught fire most of the time is this thing being linked to what Lady Zama has said about Java.
We know that they also trended a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And there was a video, if I'm not mistaken, or was it a video or a voice note, a recording that was leaked and released to the public.
Definitely. So obviously, these things are very important for artists to come forward and write a statement it's what Amanda Black did. But singer Amanda Black has denied circulating rumors claiming that she was sexually assaulted by Java. Do you hear that? Before you spread another fake news. So they say singer Amanda Black has denied circulating rumors claiming that she was sexually assaulted by Java. So this was an official statement from Amanda Black yesterday. She wrote, "Hi everyone, I have no idea where these rumors came from, but they are not true and did not come from me. Java did not sexually assault me." Do you know what this can do to someone's career, Mar?
Well, it's bad, Mfetho. It's bad, and it stays with you.
Yeah.
Whether the allegations are true or they were not true, but the unfortunate part is that it stays with you for the longest of times, and it's very difficult and challenging to come back from it.
Yeah.
You know, look at what the public did or how the thing went when Amanda Black, not
Yeah.
Amanda.
Tell us more.
No. The lady you just spoke about.
Amanda Black.
No. Before that.
Lady Zamar.
Lady Zamar.
Yeah,
When the thing broke out and came out with Lady Zamar, you know, people were taking a side. And of course, we know what the public will take the female side. And it's wrong. I mean, we're not trying to justify it or condone it. But now when the story comes out or allegations are found to not be true, it's sad, you know, for the lady. How could you do that? You know, so it's very hard and difficult and to come back from something like this. And it was very big and bold of Amanda Black, and it speaks to her character as well.
True.
Speaks to her character. She's big for that in saying that those allegations were false and it did not happen like that. Yeah, man.
And I think Java, he needs to stand up to suing people because this is not good.
Yeah.
You know, for our Kanaba Mitsama, man, there's this nickname, Inhlalifa, man, Inhlalifa. It's not good, man, because I think what we need to practice in South Africa, as we have Know Your Rights, you know, segment for tomorrow.
Yes, Mo.
You know, we have spoke about defamation of character.
Definitely.
This is strictly defamation of character because now someone's character, someone's, image is being tarnished in the name of rumors. So it's things like this we need to address, man. So guys, whatever that you have heard, and some of you, maybe you do not have facts, we are here. We just fact checked, guys. It is fake news and it was just rumors. Amanda Black came out yesterday and issued and wrote a statement on her social media platform. So whatever that you guys are thinking of spreading, do not do that. Let Amanda Black continue to leave her legacy and let Java continue leave his legacy doing music. These are beautiful artists that we need to support and give, the support that they need in order for them to get strength, man, to write music.
Yeah,
these
Mo.
are two beautiful artists.
Yeah.
Why would you want to see, the damaging of these two artists?
You know, I'm seeing something here when I'm going through some of these articles and the things that have come up. Something I'm seeing here is that it says Amanda Black was performing recently, and she became emotional while on stage, and
they
she was
linked it
crying.
to the-
And they're linking it, saying it. People will people will kill you, man. And they were linking it, saying that she was emotional because of the ordeal that took place between her and Java. And talented South African performer Amanda Black recently failed to control her emotions while performing on stage. A video of the star crying during a show sparked mixed reactions from fans. Ke so batho ne setse ba mo tlhafuna gore ya vele. Hey, yazi lo.
I saw a post, man, of a guy saying this was Amanda thinking about what Java did to
Yes,
her.
to
I'm
her.
like, bro, like,
How do you know that?
how
though?
do you know
Yeah,
that, man?
yeah.
Where did you take the guts to
Yeah.
even say that on a very huge platform like X?
Yeah.
Man? So it speaks a lot of things, man. But now, most importantly, because we just seen the death of this comedian, right? It sparked a lot of conversation around the safety of the mental health of the
Yes.
artist in general.
Yes.
Guys, let us think of their mental health before we do these things. Like, please, man. It's a very huge thing.
The psychology of the person who's being
very
accused.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes a knock on you. Mo, we have something else coming from Buhosi Maselwa right here on YouTube. He's saying,
Shout out to him.
but what if it's true, Musi? Look at Puff Daddy and R. Kelly. Hey.
No, Bukhosi, we just read a statement. Just read a
Yes, we
statement.
just confirmed that
From
it was
her,
not true. From
yes,
her,
yeah.
her own words, on her
Exactly.
own post, on her
Exactly.
own socials. Yes. The other one, he comes back saying, "But I'm happy that Amanda Black came out before it got out of hand."
Exactly.
Completely. So we need to fact check, guys, especially before we start going to social media platforms, both Facebook and Twitter and all these other platforms, when I'm wanting to take sides and blaming the person who's being accused
Exactly.
without knowing the true essence of what took place, you know,
Yeah.
or what transpired
Yeah.
between the two people.
Yeah.
And if at all something did transpire,
Yeah.
you know, so very sensitive stuff.
True,
When it
very
comes to
sensitive.
you know, we can't just jump to conclusions and start making up our own versions of what the truth is.
Hey man,
You
I
know?
mean, I think it also speaks to your character.
It
man.
does, completely.
Like, you know, you wake up to a room and say, "Yes,
Vele,
I
ke
knew,
nnete."
ke nnete." Come on, man. Like, why would you do that? I'm asking myself, or what is happening on those people's
Yeah.
minds, man, from the onset. And like, okay, Java did this. Like, yeah, I knew it, man. This man is on monies, but he's
Yeah.
doing no,
Yeah.
guys, no. Java has came out and portrayed his character in a manner of, you know what? Just because I'm doing love songs of being had, it's not to say
They
I'm
have nothing to do with
abusive.
my life.
How?
Yes.
You know, so hey, it's very dangerous, man.
It
Hey,
is completely.
musicians, hey, you are in danger out there.
Hey,
When you
I
start
mean-
crying, they're like, umuso mkhahlelile. Then go, male.
We
This
palele
song.
yena. It was written for her, and it's about her. Ah man. So Mo, we like we said earlier on before we were joined by Osvaldo. We said TC will be hanging out with a health and fitness expert.
Definitely.
And I can't wait to get into that. And because you know, TC is you know, wearing things that
Yeah.
are aligned
Yeah.
with being healthy and fit. And I can't wait to get into that conversation. Last week we were joined by Uno Kolo, who was sharing her knowledge and you know, giving us information into the space that she's involved in with the clinic that she works at, you know, and how she equips the people who visit the clinic as to how they can go about trying to make their lives healthy. So today we'll be hanging out with UTC and you know,
Bongo Lebanzi
and
Mfabaza.
Bongo Lebanzi,
Yeah.
giving us all things health and
Yeah,
fitness. I can't wait to go into that one. Are we ready for that one? We are completely. And TC, how's it going on that side?
It's going amazing. We are just waiting for you guys to wrap up over there so we can get physical and fit
Yes.
with Ubongo Libanzi Mvabaza right here from Msotra Fitness Club.
Very cool stuff. But TC, before we get into all of those things, I want you and I'm talking to you who's watching and listening to take a very quick break. Go grab a glass of water, go grab a cup of coffee. Let's pay our bills and we'll see each other after this cool stuff. Welcome back, Ngwana Kokhaya. You're still hanging out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mr. And it is a Tuesday morning, the 11th of March 2025. The time right about now is 6 minutes past the hour, 9 o'clock. Like I said before the break, we are going to be hanging out with TC and Ubong. Am I saying it right, my brother? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he'll be equipping us with all things necessary to give us the necessary things we need with regards to our health and our fitness. I can't wait to get into that. So without further ado and waste of time, let's go straight to Utisi Shabalala Wakamazibugo and get all things regarding health and fitness. TC.
Yes, welcome back. You are still tuned in to the Vooka Breakfast Show, and we are about to get insights on workout routines and nutritional goals that you can follow if you are trying to get healthy and fit. With my brother here from Msotra Fitness Club, Ubongo Lebanzi Mvabaza. Bongo Lebanzi, tell us a little bit more about yourself. First of all, what does the name Bongo Lebanzi mean?
The name Bongoli Banzi means wide ambition.
Wow. And of course, I mean, that speaks volumes to the path that you have taken. Can you tell us a little bit about what is your role at Msotra Fitness Club?
I'm actually owner and director of Msotra Fitness. We're actually a team of, I can say 5 people. Yeah.
5 people. Okay, so then tell us a little bit more about what inspired the creation of Msotra Fitness Club. I mean, of course, like you say, wide ambition, Bongo Libanzi. You decided to create this fitness club amongst a society in Soweto that might perhaps not be that receptive to the fitness industry, but yeah, what inspired you to create Msotra Fitness Club?
I can say it all started with myself as an individual. I used to love fitness and love to eating healthy and being clean and whatever. So when I started this Msotra Fitness Club, it was only an individual journey, which I never thought it would be something that will grow to me training people, because it's actually like a calling to me. So when it started, I started training myself, and one people started liking the way I was training and doing exercises, and then 1 people led to many, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then I started seeing this, I can do this thing, because I never thought that I could train people. But as I was training people 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, the numbers started getting bigger and bigger. We're actually outside, so we enjoy the journey, and then the journey grows, and then up until to what it is to now.
Yeah. It sounds amazing. Because, I mean, I, for one, I won't say I'm a gym bunny or that I gym regularly, but I would love to get healthier and fitter when it comes to my overall health and fitness. But I'm glad that you're here today. You're going to give me some moves. And I hope you at home are going to stay tuned, because he is going to show us a little bit of what they do at Msotra Fitness Club. But then I just want you to let us know what is the importance of creating a safe and happy space for fitness, and how do you ensure this in your programs?
What we create is that we make sure that people get what they exactly need, and then make sure that everything is aligned with whatever that people might need, and then make sure that nothing that will endanger people by confronting and going after and looking after the people, going inside whatsoever, and then make your structure that you build, it's very much built in a very safe way that no danger that could be there.
Yeah, right. So you ensure that people, when they come to the club, they are there to reach their goals, and you assist them in reaching their goals by creating the environment that is safe. And of course, when you're happy, you are more likely, right, to be open to exercising, because I feel like endorphins are one of the motivating factors when I look at gymming, right?
Yes, of course, because we actually also give the document where you write your personal details, and then you give us
your body goals and everything. So we look at you as individually. It's more like a personal training thing.
Yes.
It's not like we just come to gym and just gym and then go back to just whatsoever. So we follow up and do follow-ups, we do the fires and everything. Yeah.
So it's quite intimate, where you get to know your clients personally, and obviously know what their goals are, right? And get to know them as a person, so that you can help them reach their goals. Am I understanding correctly?
Exactly.
Of course. So what I loved was that I see one of the services that you offer is hiking.
Yes.
So what makes outdoor activities like hiking and obstacle course training unique for participants compared to indoor training?
So you just have to get to when you're on the outside, you get to get the fresh air, get to get the environment, and get knowing places as well. And then it's more like it's an intense but in a fun way.
Yes.
So not in a closed
Yes.
space where you just have to go look at the machine and then you go out. So
Yeah.
you get to know places, you get the fresh air and get the sun and know the places and get the endurance.
Yeah, because one thing that we did speak about on the show last week, guys, is hiking is one of the most practical and more enjoyable exercises, because you can do it outside, and I mean it lets you enjoy nature. I mean, we all know that being outside in nature has been proven to improve our overall mood and make it easier for us to enjoy things like exercising. So I'm glad that you are an expert on this subject. So what I want you to do is, what advice would you give to someone that wants to start their journey with Msotra Fitness Club?
I would say first for consistency is the key.
Yes.
And most definitely you get whatever you came for at the gym, because most of the time it's not only about the outcome of the body, and it's also the mindset can think faster for when you come to training, and the skin can become very beautiful when you come to training. So there's a lot of things that you can get in the gym besides getting the body goals.
Body goals.
Yeah.
Do you guys help with dietary like meal plans, or perhaps it's just mostly focused on the physical, like you said, body goals?
We are actually like a family. We
Yes.
give everything. We give your diets, we give your everything, the overall family.
Okay, so perhaps when somebody can come and join the club, they can get in touch perhaps with one of your team members who can help them with a dietary plan. Is that what you're saying?
Of course.
Okay, amazing stuff right there, guys. I want you guys to stay tuned with us, because Bongo Libanzi is about to get me fit and healthy with some moves. Let Mo, I'm sorry, not Mo, Musi. Musi, how often do you exercise? Can we get some insight from you? How often do you perhaps get physical to keep yourself fit and on the go?
You know, the last time when we spoke about, keeping fit and healthy and all things that we have to do with that space, right? I said I'm not much of an exerciser myself, or I'm not much of someone who goes to the gym necessarily. But the one thing that I do try to do in terms of trying to keep myself fit is I attend dance classes, because I am an art practitioner, right? And an art executioner. I execute my craft. So from time to time, not as always, and recently not as often as I would love, but from time to time I do try and attend a few dance classes, and that's one of the things that I do to try and exercise and get myself moving. TC, yeah.
I mean, of course, it's not of course something that you offer at Sotra Fitness Club, but
Yes.
it is definitely, guys, a way to keep fit. And you know what? Fitness is not for everybody. Gym, is not for
everyone. Yeah.
But fitness is something that is necessary for all of us. I mean, we all want to be healthy, and a healthier lifestyle ensures that we live longer and we get a better quality of life. So, Bongo Libanzi, where can people find you when if they they want to join the Msotra Fitness Club or just get in touch with you to find out more about what you do, can you give us perhaps your social media handles or perhaps a WhatsApp line where people can reach out to you regarding what you offer, the services that you offer?
We actually are based in different places because we're more like a pop-up gym. But our main is in Klipspruit Sports Center. And then we train in various places like your hospital, your police station, your outside space that we can use and utilize. And then, so we come to each and every places that we can. Our socials is Sotra Fitness, Facebook, and then Jim Franco, Zola at Instagram, and Sotra Fitness, and Google account, and so.
Great stuff. Don't you worry, you watching and listening to us at home. We will have those handles for you on our social media pages. So we're going to take a little break so I can get myself prepped along with my instructor here to give you some demonstrations of what you can expect when you go and visit the Msotra Fitness Club. Stay tuned.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
We're out here in the heart of Soweto, Top Sandton. This is right next to Zondi Hills and just before you get to Broad Fisher Club. I'm out here, my name is Musi Mest. I'm out here with the one and only Maximum Temperature. I'm working with my TC Shabanana Wakamazibugo, and of course our station manager, the one and only Manele Lyric. And we're traveling out here, man. This is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yeah, you gotta get it fresh.
We are fresh and nice. Now it's time to take the information to the people.
Of course, like Mo just mentioned, do stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. We're going to be coming to a street to do live near you, wanting to know what your thoughts are out there on the street.
Of course, we've got TCO Wamazibugo with the traffic update. Right now, we are going to N1 southbound to make sure that whatever that you guys get, it is real-time information. So looking at Mukhorosi, we have robots that are not working right here, but the traffic is moving. We're going to look at when is your rush hour time, when people are from the work, from school, right? We're going to give you your daily update. So do make sure that you stay with us. Mobile Vooka Breakfast Show.
Well, yeah, shopping blossom maybe. Yes. Wow.
Welcome back, Mzansi. I hope you are still engaged and tuned in with us. We're about to get into some little morning exercise to get you started with your day. Bongalibanzi is about to and obviously as the positivity dose of the day, I will be engaging and showing what my fitness level is. It's not really good, but let's see how far we can take this. Bongali Banzi, we are going to do a little bit of core exercises, and I think we're going to focus on our legs, perhaps with some squats. But I mean, Bongali Banzi is the instructor, so Bongali Banzi, show me what light exercise I can do if I'm trying to focus on my legs and my squats, and how often should I be doing this, and how many reps if I was of a optimum fitness level. How often would I be needing to do my legs and my core if I want to get in shape?
So it's actually you need only a week.
Mm-hmm.
So on a week you're actually gonna do maybe squats, maybe do your legs on a day. You do squat, and then on the other day you do the stomach, and the other day you do maybe your skipping rope just to enlighten your
cardio.
Yes.
Yes.
You do the cardio, and then you do something else different or going on your hands, and also have a sort of toning. So you're actually changing exercises day by day until you make. So the maximum exercises, which is 3 days only.
Okay.
So only for your focusing on your legs.
Okay.
This is what you do. You just have to do this on a squat with your posture and looking in the front, and you hold like that, and then you just give a certain number. Maybe you say perhaps you give from 20. You guess it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5, and it's 6, 7. It's 8. It's 9. It's 10. 11. It's 12. It's 13. It's 14. It's 15. 16. 17. It's 18. It's 19. It's 20. Then you relax easy. Then in changing, maybe you need to do another exercise, but you're still focusing on the legs.
Okay.
So we're just going to do the jumping up and just go all these jump squats.
Okay.
This one also focuses in here as well. This is what you do. Jump in. 1. Go.
Okay.
It's 2. It's 3. Look front. It's 4. It's 5. It's 6. It's 7. It's 8. It's 9. It's 10. Look front. 11. It's 12. It's 13. It's 14. It's 15. 16. 17. It's 18. It's 19. It's 20. Easy, relax. You take a break.
I am very unfit. Of course, Mzansi, as you are watching, you can see that I am obviously not as fit as I think I am, but yeah, I need to get more in on these exercises. Let's continue.
So,
My
you're focusing
core.
on your core now, so you can just sit down.
Okay.
This is the exercise that you do. Okay. First, I'll give you the right one for the first. So you do split break and chin up, and then you touch on the side. You twist.
Okay.
Right. You twist. Let's go. Keep twisting. It's 2. It's 3. It's 4. It's 5. 6. 7. It's 8. It's 9. It's 10. That's more 10. It's 1. It's 2. It's 3. It's 4. It's 5. 6. 7. It's 8. It's 9. It's 10. Nice. You can breathe there. Relax. So you go a little bit up to the front.
Okay.
So you're doing sit-ups. That's what you do. You lean back. And one leg's gonna go up, man.
Oh my goodness.
See,
Okay. 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 Okay.
How many times? 3. It's 2. So let's go. It's 1. You're changing legs. It's 2. Let's go. It's 3. Let's go. It's 4. Let's go. It's 5. 6. 7. Push. 8. It's 9. It's 10. That's more 10. Let's go. Push. 1. It's 2. It's 3.
Yeah.
It's 4. It's 5. 6. 7. That's for 3.
8.
It's 2. That's one. Go,
10. Oh no. I cheated on that last one. Guys, really, I am not fit. But today is a testament to say if you want to start, today is the day to start. And of course, Bongalibanzi from Sotra Fitness Club can help you do that. Okay, so what can we do as a way to, what can I say? What is it? Warm down. We've obviously now done some few exercises. How do we warm down? How do we come down from our exercise?
So you're
Stretches.
taking on the breather, then you have to relax. Relax your legs, actually from the squats as well.
Okay.
And this will help you. You go like that. Hold, put it down. You count for a certain number, then you go 5, it's 4, it's 3, it's 2, it's 1. Then relax, and you keep your hands up. For a breather, you go in, breathe in, and out. Rest. You go again, breathe in, and out. One more time, let's go in, and out. Alright, so you stretch it all out, you put in, let's go. 3, then 2, so 1, change, other leg. Nice 3, nice 2, so 1, one more last one, just for the core. You go here, in. Go in, put your head in, go in, it's 5, it's 4, it's 3, it's 2, it's 1. Yeah. And in that way, you know, your body gets to relax and your muscles gets to be stretched out so that they're in a lock, then you can find.
So how important is it to breathe during your exercises? How can it boost your exercise?
It actually boosts your body to come back to where it was. Because of now, you're in a higher level of energy, and then your breathing is too high and whatsoever, so it gets you air back just so you get it, or if you want to go again, so you get it again.
So do you suggest deeper or longer breath? So is it or
when you go like that, you actually get
yes.
tired.
Yeah.
So like your energy goes all.
Yeah, you're exerting yourself too much.
So you need most of the time, each and every time when you're gymming, so you need to control the breathing.
Yes,
so
control.
The lesser you control your breathing, so the energy you go. So you can even go for longer. But if you cannot control when you keep on going like that, then the energy goes out everywhere. So you can't take it anymore.
Because your breath is your energy, right?
Your breath is your energy. So you can't take it anymore. Then you're doing less than you thought you do the exercises, then you get tired. So yeah.
Yo, Mzansi. Okay, well, that was intense. That was an intense exercise segment for me. Oh, I'm tired. I am out of breath. But definitely this is something I want to do more of and get to a better fitness level than the one that I currently am at. As you can see, I'm terribly unfit. But if you're also somebody at home who wants to start doing, getting on their fitness journey, getting fitter and healthier, don't forget to go on social media and go check out Msotra Fitness Club. They are a pop-up gym and they offer various services. And your guy here, Bongo Lebanzi Mvabaza, our guest for our health and fitness segment, has been able to share a little bit on his knowledge. And as you can see, it is one of the grueling parts of health and fitness, but it is necessary. Let's take a short break and we will come back with more of the Vooka Breakfast Show just for you.
Such amazing stuff, TC. I was watching you guys, and look, man, I can see that it was very, very intense, man. And look, we have a very small space here in studio. I can imagine what we can get up to when we have a bigger space and we're outdoors. And Ubongo Libanzi can take us through all of these amazing exercises that we can try and do by ourselves on a day-to-day basis. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. I would have loved to have joined you, TC, in that 2-minute session with Ubongo Libanzi, giving you such great exercises. You can also try those for yourselves. I mean, look here on YouTube. We have Revila Rasakhanzo saying, guys, thank you for bringing us this great show. I learn a lot every day. It's like you guys know how I plan on being healthy. Bukhosi Maselwa comes back again saying, I can't wait for those fitness moves. I'm going to try my level best to master them. And if I win, I'm definitely joining the Msotra Fitness Club. Bukhosi comes back once more again saying, most of the time people do hiking outside Msotra, which is Soweto, of course. So many questions. So my question is, why can't we do hiking in Soweto? And is it possible? Do we have good tracks for that right here in Soweto? So maybe, Bongo Libanzi, this is something that you and I can look into, and the rest of the team right here on Vooka Breakfast Show, as to how can we infuse all of these exercises that Ubongo Libanzi was teaching TC into our day-to-day lives, man. I would love for you to come back, Bongo Libanzi, and get the rest of the team right here in studio, maybe take it outside there and do all of these exercises. I'd love to see Bomeke, myself, and Afri Perry, stretching and doing all those jump squats and stuff like that. I love it, I love it, I love it. But like TC said, let's take a quick break because we were panting, like TC said. And the advice that Ubongo Libanzi gave us is to take longer breaths when we're doing all these exercises. So with that being said, let's grab a glass of water very quickly, run to the loo, and you and I will see each other right after this. Cool stuff.
right, good morning, Mzansi. These are your newly second updated headlines. If you missed the ones, a recap is available. The first headline, taxi violence. Soweto Association face-off routes. Tension high in Soweto as two rival taxi association face-off. The Nansfield Dube West Association, Witwatersrand and Association, they're fighting over routes. On Monday morning, Nandu blocked roads in Soweto to prevent water from operating on certain routes. The standoff follows a court ruling that granted water permissions to operate on those routes. The blockade saw a taxi boss and a 49-year-old woman killed after being struck by a Metro Police vehicle. The vehicle was responding to the conflict between the rival groups. On the second headline, MK Party marches to Treasury to object the VAT hike. The Umkhonto weSizwe Party is marching to National Treasury in Pretoria. The protest is in response to the proposed increase in value-added tax. It comes just days before Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana's rescheduled budget speech on Wednesday. Godongwana had originally proposed a VAT increase from 15 to 17%, but it faced opposition within the Government of National Unity, leading to the budget speech being delayed. On the last headline, IEC mulls e-voting. The Independent Electoral Commission is hosting a 3-day conference on the viability of electronic voting. The IEC says this will alter the way citizens cast their vote, but it could be a while before it's implemented due to discussions on security measures and technological hurdles. Cybersecurity and connectivity and accessibility to technology are among the two top concerns raised. However, the IEC says no one will be left behind during the development and rolling out of the system. The conference resumes on Tuesday with Namibia presenting how they adopted the system and eventually. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more on the show and analysis throughout. Do not forget to share your thoughts on these updates with us on social media using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So what we're going to do right now is head over to UTC after the ad, give you your latest traffic update.
Hey family.
Hi, my name is Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Mist.
My name is Ketua Ketumguni.
On the Vooka
Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
We're out here in the heart of Soweto, Top Santon. This is right next to Zondi Hills and just before you get to Broad Fisher Club. I'm out here, my name is Musi Mest. I'm out here with the one and only maximum temperature. I'm working my plan. CC Shabanana Wakamazibugo, and of course our station manager, the one and only Banelin Lyric. And we're traveling out here, man. This is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yeah, you gotta get it fresh.
We are fresh and nice. Now it's time to take the information to the people.
Of course, like Mo just mentioned, do stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. We're going to be coming to a street to do live near you, wanting to know what your thoughts are out there on the street.
Of course, we've got TCO Wamazibugo with the traffic update. Right now, we are going to N1 southbound to make sure that whatever that you guys get, it is real-time information.
Yes,
so looking at Mukhorosi, we have robots that are not working right here, but the traffic is moving. We're going to look at when is your rush hour time, when people are from the work or from school,
yes,
right?
Sir.
Yes, gonna give you your daily update. So do make sure that you stay with us. Mobile Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yes,
Morning, Mzansi. Welcome back with me, your girl TC, and this is your second traffic update. A stationary vehicle is blocking the emergency lane on the N1 southbound just off of the off-ramp from Garsfontein Road M30 in Pretoria. Please drive cautiously as you approach this area. A stationary vehicle is blocking the emergency lane on the N1 southbound at the Brockfontein interchange in Centurion. This is affecting the off-ramp this is affecting the off-ramp to the N1 and N14 West. A stationary vehicle is blocking the emergency lane on N1 southbound at the Kloof interchange in Woodmead. This is affecting the off-ramp from the N1 south. Please proceed with caution as you approach this area. There is also a stationary vehicle, there is also a stationary vehicle that is blocking the emergency lane on the N1 northbound just after the off-ramp from the Winnie Mandela Drive off 511 in Bryanston. That's all for now. Stay tuned as we get back to your exciting and energetic start to your day, the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show.
Well, yeah, Cherry Blossom anyway. Yes. Wow!
Vooka Breakfast Show. We're out here in the heart of Soweto, Top Sandton. This is right next to Zondi Hills, and just before you get to Broad Fisher Club. I'm out here. My name is Musi Mest. I'm out here with the one and only maximum temperature. CC Shabalana Wakamazibugo, and of course our station manager, the one and only Manelin Lyric. And we're traveling out here, man. This is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yeah, you gotta get it fresh.
We are fresh and nice. Now it's time to take the information to the people.
Of course, like Mo just mentioned, do stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. We're going to be coming to a street to do live near you, wanting to know what your thoughts are out there on the streets.
First, we've got TCO Wamazibugo with the traffic update. Right now, we are going to N1 southbound to make sure that whatever that you guys get, it is real-time information.
Yes,
so, looking at Mukhorosi, we have robots that are not working right here, but the traffic is moving. We're going to look at when is your rush hour time, when people are from the work, from school,
yes,
right?
Sir. Yes,
I'm going to give you your daily update, so do make sure that you stay with us. Mobile Vooka Breakfast
Yes,
Show.
Welcome back, South Africa. Hope you're still having a wonderful and fantastic morning with us. Konalagu Vooka Breakfast Show. And you know what, guys? We have had so much insight to TC almost dying when she was working to TC almost choking when she was working out, and to the amazing advice that we also received from Osvaldo when it comes to personal finance. But right now, we're also going to go into something which is better known as public affairs. Public affairs, and re tlo khona ruta le bone ba retsi le ba rona ba le go bantse teng go gae ebile ba re lebeletse gore public affairs ke eng sentle le gore re irang ka yone. So guys, I hope you're still feeling fantastic. Right now, we're going to head over to our public affairs segment, and I hope you guys are going to be feeling amazing. But you know what? I think it's much more better if I let the guest do the honors and introduce himself to the audience and let everybody know gore re kene mang.
Good
morning
to the viewers and listeners at home. I'm glad to be invited and be part and parcel of this show.
Yes, sir. Mr. Khaola Klemaselo will be hanging out with us for the next 5 to 10 minutes, getting into all things regarding public affairs. You know that right here on Vooka Breakfast Show, we bring you all the relevant information and knowledge when it comes to various topics of discussion. And, we try to bring relevant people who are very well versed with all of these things that we get into right here on hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So if you are perhaps wondering what public affairs is, or perhaps maybe you've never heard of the term public affairs. This is the time now to tune in and listen and try to learn as much as you can from Obuti Kgaolatho, Mr. Kgaolatho. And Kgaolatho Masala is actually an educator at the Southwest Gauteng College, right? Yes. SWGC, Southwest Gauteng College, yes.
Formerly known as Manu.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
But-
So
but
we call it, we refer to it as Manu, Luko Midlands. And he will be, sharing all the knowledge and what he teaches when he's in the classroom with his students when it comes to public affairs. So once again, welcome, Obuti Kgaolatho. We appreciate you taking the time. We really do. So, without any further waste of time, Mr. Kgaolatho, before we get to what you teach in the classroom, let's first try to define the term public affairs. Kore motho ga bua ka public affairs, what should one think of?
When you talk about public affairs, to unpack it, we'll say we're talking about issues that are affecting the society or the public, both negatively and positively.
Yes, sir.
But however, when you look around, when you go around, you'll realize for now so many things that are affecting the public negatively are many than the ones that are positive.
Oh, I see. I see. So when you have a first year student walking into your classroom who has never, heard of the term public affairs and is not knowledgeable with what public affairs is, what is the first thing that you as Mr. Kgaolatho teach them when a student walks into your class?
No, the most important thing, around our society,
yes, sir.
Public education is lacking in terms of so many things. When people talk in the streets or in meetings, they talk uninformed information. You understand? Yeah. Because right now, we can take, for an example, the high rate of unemployment that is there in our society.
Yes,
it's a
sir.
social issue
Yes, sir.
that brings among so many factors. I understand. It has got so many results that are bad because crime arose from the unemployment. You understand? Think of someone who doesn't have any means of survival. During the day, he's unemployed, and then that particular individual doesn't have a bread on the table or a body to feed. Even the open spaces in our societies, they bring us a lot of crimes because now they are the hotspots.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Re Kgaolatho ante ke botsa ganyane batho ma modimo gore ga o ka rotletsa batjha ba ileng gore santsane ba le bannye o ka ba rotletsa yang gore ke eng mosola gore bone ba tsame ba ye sekolong ba tsame ba go ithutela public affairs ka gonne ga re setse re bua puo pha batjha ba bantsi bone ga ba itse le gore ke mosola wa public affairs le gore wa go thusa mmuso yang.
I think in our respective offices of councillors, what needs to happen, offices needs to be established that will help in assisting in addressing that particular matter. You understand? The youth must participate. Youth platforms, because we've got youth forums in our societies. Then those youth forums must be engaged or must be roped in so that they can educate the masses as early as possible, so that now they can know their responsibilities and the responsibility that education comes with. Because at the ultimate end, you find the youth, they fear for the unknown to go to school. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. Thinking that after finishing school or maybe from grade 12 to university or after grade 12 to the colleges, and then they won't find job. You understand? They fear that. Some will say, no, we don't have funding. But the state is playing a significant role in that NFSAS's funding for those who qualify.
Okay, I hear you. So one of the other questions that I actually wanted to ask is that when we come to what the youth is at this moment, we may look, especially from an educator's perspective, as we look at the point where many programs that children end up studying don't have actually job opportunities out there. So what I want to know is that, do you think that considering studying public affairs will lead me to have a better job opportunity and will have the impact that it needs to have in terms of how civil society lives within South Africa?
We can say public affairs is under public management studies. Yeah, under public management studies, whereby now you learn how the administration of the municipalities operates, the national government, provincial government, you understand, in terms of the compliance. But when students are studying this, there's a vast majority of opportunities. Because out of those studies, you can become maybe editor, you understand? Yeah, that is why it is important to be communicable to the society, you understand?
Yes.
Expressing yourself. You did public finance, government has got government magazines, you understand? After for finance, Treasury's got the magazines. Treasury regulations, when you know them, you'll be the better editor, you understand?
I see you, Mr. Khalat. I'll see you. So, when I was going through some of the information regarding public affairs, it says, the practice of engaging, it is the practice of engaging with public and the stakeholders to influence policy and build relations, right? And the purposes include influencing policy, building reputations, and finding common grounds. So are these some of the things that you go through when you are in the classroom and engaging with the students and, teaching them what public affairs really is? Are these some of the things, or maybe the modules or the concepts that you guys go through in the teaching and learning in the classroom that takes place in the classroom?
Yeah, exactly. Because now in the, like when you talk about integrated development planning.
Yes, sir.
Strategic management plan for the municipalities. Yeah, that uses the budget to prioritize the activities.
Yeah.
Of priority.
Yeah.
Then we'll talk about meetings, you understand. As a mandate of the National Parliament, IDP Vision 2030
yes.
was drafted in Parliament by talking to municipalities. Yeah, and then one of the instructions to say, mandate is to say, for every meeting, an item of the IDP must appear in the notice of the meeting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, now, that on its own, for meeting to happen, people will discuss their issues that will need to be closed. You understand?
Yes.
Like maybe development of a stadium or a renovation of a swimming pool. Yes.
In our communities.
Yes,
yes,
in
sir.
our communities. Now, the most important people here are the people at the local level.
Yes.
Because they are the ones who are directly affected.
Yeah, I was actually about to ask.
So we link it with what is happening in the communities.
Yes, I was about to ask, Jorge, when all these stakeholders, because it says it is trying to build reputation and build relations and trying to find common ground with people at the ground level, right? Do now public affairs officers go out and do the necessary research as to what their local communities require, or how can we assist in any aspect of people's lives in general, in the general society? Do public affairs officers go out and do the necessary research and find out what is required to enhance and elevate the community that the people are living in and try to make it better?
Yeah, exactly. That is what is happening. You take, for an example, you find in an area, most street lights are not working. But now the representatives of that particular area must go and talk to the councillor or directly call the city power, so that now the city power can come and light those lights, you understand? Because why? At some instances, most instances, when street lights are off, then it tends to become a crime spot, that particular area. That is why we are saying, people, there are representatives in the meetings, they go to the councillor and then talk to the councillor, and then that is how the engagement is happening. Yeah. Through the representatives, their concerns can be raised and taken to the another level.
Very informative.
So one of the other things that normally people in Soweto would usually complain about is that as much as we have public affairs officers in and within our wards, spotting them is not very easy. I mean, sometimes you'd find that, for example, where we are, you find that a street light has been off for almost 3 to 6 months, but yet we have a public officer that is actually supposed to be looking after certain things or reporting certain things to government. So what I want to know is, how do we report the public officers if they fail to do their jobs? Because they're supposed to be serving the public,
Yes,
but
definitely.
yet we have so many things. We have meter boxes that are not working, that keep on blowing out, and it's not reported until somebody within that particular street actually goes to the councillor's office and say, okay, we have had a certain problem that has not been reported. Because one thing I've catched from what you've said is that this public affairs officers are actually people we live with, but yet we don't even know their title. So if they fail to do a job, what is a necessary step that needs to be taken from there to hold them accountable, because they are not supporting us as the public?
I beg to differ on that one because, people, most areas or most sections, they don't know their representatives out of not going to the meetings. Now, if you don't go, I don't want to protect anyone in the representatives or what. I'm just saying my observation, you understand? People don't go to meetings. And out of going not to meetings, they won't be able to know the representatives, understand, in their respective directorates. At the ultimate end, you won't have any contacts. Because once you attend meetings, you will know your reps. And then if such things happen, street lights, for an example, or crime spots identified in the open spaces, then it's easy to report that, understand, and action can be taken.
Okay, so what if I know them, for example, and I've reported them, then yet nothing has been done? Because I don't want to, I come from a community where I know my PA, and then, but I've reported it, but then the PA officer is not doing anything. How does one go about doing that?
That one, maybe you have to go directly to the council. Directly, if ever you feel the person who's handling your matter is not resolving it. I think you need to go directly to the council, the ward council.
Yeah. You know, Mr. Khalatla, you are mentioning very, very vital things and very informative things. The one thing that you mentioned is that as individuals in our communities and in our societies and in our environments, we are not knowledgeable as to who our representatives are in our sections, in our wards, and so forth and so forth. And, it's something I would assume that you condone that people go and find out, like you're saying, who is the councillor of the ward? Who are the people who are working under him or her? And what are the responsibilities that come with those titles, like you just mentioned? And it speaks to the society being uninformed about such things, and not knowing what your roles are as public affairs officers and so forth and so forth. So, but as someone who's well versed, how do you keep current and up to date with the things that are happening with the development of, because we know we're living in an evolving world. So how do you stay current in the industry trends of public affairs?
Can you rephrase it?
How do you stay up to date with industry trends and the developments that keep happening and we keep observing and we keep experiencing in our communities with regards to public affairs? How do you keep up to date with the things that are happening on the ground now, as someone who is versed in the space of public affairs?
Individually, so it's upon individual responsibility.
Yes, sir.
To visit the offices. Maybe it's the community. Like, for an example, Kopano. You're living in Dobsonville, but you don't know what is happening at Kopano. There are so many activities that are happening. You understand? Meetings are happening. Abu Kreni, they've been held hostage, as an example, during the payday, the grants. So those are the things that we need to be very, very vigilant about. You understand? Notices of the meetings where I told her in the post box, and then you say, well, no, it doesn't affect me. You understand? Those are the things, because now those are the things that promotes for not knowing the representative. Yeah. Because in those meetings, you'll see, once you attend those meetings, you'll understand that, you start to understand the language to say, what now, in service delivery, what are they talking about? You understand? Yeah. Non-compliance, wasteful expenditure. You understand? People will start to understand that language. But immediately now, when you get to class and you hear those terminologies, it's easy for you because now you've already done practical part of it. Yeah, but
Hey guys, and I hope you all understand and fully understand that sometimes being ignorant is not always the best option. People say ignorance is bliss, but when it comes to your community and things happening in and around you, it is not very blissful. So please, guys, make sure that you also pay attention to things that are happening in your community, because public affairs is not only about the representative that you get from your councillor, but it's also about you being publicly aware about things that are happening in and around you. So can you also kindly break down the one of the things that you also broke down for studying public affairs is editorial, right? So what are the other benefits besides being an editor that comes with studying public affairs? Because for example, for me, I actually did not know that if I did public affairs, I could become an editor. So what are the other benefits that are also linked to studying public affairs that people could also know about and be interested in?
No, let me clarify you on that. What I said is to say, what now? Out of studying public management, there are subjects that can lead you to become an editor. You create a career out of a career. You understand? Yeah. Out of that, you can create a career because of one of the subjects.
Oh, because of what you study.
Yes.
Very cool stuff. You know, Afri, I'm seeing here as I'm going through some of the information that I have that some of the things or some of the jobs that are related to, you know, being versed and being knowledgeable about public affairs is, I see.
Out of all what you said, these people must be informative. Remember, for every department, it's got its own policy.
Yes.
You understand? Every department. Now, for one who does public management, must be able to, somebody who is ready to participate. You understand? That is why now, at the ultimate end, in our respective provinces, we've got provincial legislatures. I understand? Where if maybe the laws have been made, and then you can be able to go and participate as a normal somebody, a general individual. You understand? Yeah.
Wow. Very interesting, Afri. I don't know about you, but I'm learning quite a lot.
Look, you're not the only person learning.
Yeah.
Now it has me thinking that maybe I should have just gone into public affairs.
Yeah.
I look at me, I'm already doing radio. I'm like, I should have just gone into public affairs a long time ago. Because I thought that if you wanted to be like a news anchor, you need to look for a straight up internship or learnership or an degree that speaks about becoming a news anchor. Not knowing that if you study public affairs, you actually intertwine or you actually in sync with it one way or another. Public affairs is very interesting. We should have had you a very long time ago. So I'm going to quickly head over to our social media comments. We have a comment from Hakim Kawa Artifacts, and we also have another comment from Lord 47 Ati family. So everybody is tuning in right now and learning more about the different aspects that public affairs actually has and people that anybody could actually learn about out there in the world. So if a person were to go and said, what is the duration for learning? Because right now I see that it also intertwines with some of the other things that people actually are interested in terms of school-wise or career-wise. So what is the minimum time or the maximum time for doing any degree or diploma linked with public affairs or public management?
Yeah, at the college level, it will go for 18 months, which is 6 months. And then you go for training for a period of work-based experience. for a period of 18 months. That will complete a 3-year cycle for a diploma.
Oh, wow.
And then at the university, it's a straight 4 years, public management and governance. That will go straight 4 years, and then you get your degree, then you face the corporate world.
Yes.
Yes.
Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. Mr. Khalat, I have something here that says public affairs is often considered a branch or sub-discipline of public relations. Practitioners may also work in all of these, job titles that I mentioned. So how does one differentiate between being a public affairs officer or being a public relations person? How do you differentiate between the two?
Individually, so if you talk about the PR, is someone who's tasked to face maybe in a community. Municipalities do have PRs.
Okay.
Those are the ones who are able to talk to the media, you understand?
Yes.
They should respond to the questions from the communities.
Yes.
Not everyone who can respond to that, unless it's not his directive, and then the municipal manager, for an example, will task him to respond to that.
So at a municipal level, can we have both a public affairs officer and a public relations officer?
No, it's a PR only. Public relations.
Public
officer.
relations.
Yeah.
So we can't have both at a municipal level.
Public management officers are those who are running the administration.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, are those running administration in the office.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. When with regards to all of these things, that we are learning, and the segments that we go to, we, like I said earlier, we try to bring you the relevant people, and we always learn so much information, and we get so much knowledge and education from people who are well versed and people who've studied and know what they are talking about, as opposed to us trying to give you the little that we have found. So Mr. Khalati, we would love, of course, to have you, some time again and dive deeper into some of the things and the sub-subjects that you go into and you teach, your students. I don't know about you, Afribert, what do you think?
That would actually love to have you come back again. But then one of the other things I just wanted to know is that right now we live in a very advanced, technological advanced era where social media is paying homage to so many different things that are happening. So I just wanted to know what is the importance of having a PR person during the social media era that we currently have, because right now, as the show started, we had to discuss a social media trend that was trending where a fellow musician was supposedly accused by another fellow musician for sexual assault. So as a PR manager, how important is it for you to be in sync in terms of social media so that you know how to handle situations properly?
Yeah, it is very, very important. The social media plays a significant role because now it's one way of communicating with the public so that the same public can come and participate in issues of consent in their respective, what we call, communities, or wards. Meeting Hot 47, and then the municipal manager will be there. Issues, service delivery. You understand? How do you communicate with the public? Either someone will use the SMS or the notice boards. You understand? Every means of communication. Because there are those people, even now, who are having about to you understand? Yeah. So everyone at least has got an advantage if you use all the means of communication to the communities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Musi. So I don't know if you have one last question before we close off the show. It's almost top of the hour.
Look, man, I feel like we've learned so much, and like I said, we would love to have Mr. Khalatli back again with us. But if my information is correct here, I think Mo wants to come back. So, Mr. Khalatli, we have a tradition here, like you saw earlier with Osvaldo. We have a little game that we like playing with our guests. Nothing too hectic. It's nothing too hectic. So you don't need to stress about it, you know. So I think maybe Mo is gonna take care of that from after we come back from the break, and then we'll let you go. But we really, really, really appreciate you taking the time, and you know, you took your time and your effort to come and hang out with us and educate us and inform us with regards to all things public management, public affairs, and public relations. Because you know, like we said earlier, Afriperi, some people might not have known about all of the things that you shared. You know, some people might not have been informed about the term public affairs or public management and differentiating between all of these terms and all of these titles. You know, from a municipal level, that you as an individual in your community, in your local community, have the right to go and inquire about all of these things. So very, very informative, and we appreciate it. So Afriberry, with that being said, I think we are okay for this week and for today, but we're going to go to the game and then we'll let you go, Mr. Khalati. Thank you so much.
Yes, guys, and I hope you had a fantastic time with us today on the Vooka Breakfast Show. We had so many different things. We had personal finance. We had a bit of a workout over there, and then after having a workout, we also had Mr. Khawlatle teaching us about public finance, and we hope he'll probably come back so he can actually teach us more and take us through the different guidelines that actually involve public finance. So right now we're going to take a small break, and then after that we'll be back with just a little bentanyana before we so close off and say toodles.
Yes, sir.
Mzansi, you know, when you see me at this time on the show, it's game time. And when we speak of game time, we've got some interesting games that we play with our guests right here. Today we are introducing what we call Tuesday Scrambled Words. So right here, my contestant, I have my fellow guest, Mr. Khawlatle Moseloa, who is going to be joined by Musi Mist.
Yes, sir.
So the game is simple, guys. Right there in front of you, I have put scrambled words. So I'm going to need you to unscramble the words and tell me exactly, or the first word that you see, what is the word when you unscramble the word. So right now I just want to work with my technical so that they can show you the word that I have given them right now.
Yeah.
So with you at home, you can, you know, try a little bit and tell me what you think immediately you see the unscrambled word.
Yes,
so
sir.
They're going to let me know when the word is ready. Right, so I'm going to give you 20 seconds to tell me.
To try and unscramble the word.
Unscramble the words. Your time starts now, Mr. Musi and Mr.
Mr. Khawlat. Yes, sir, Mr. Marcelo.
And let's go. What's the first word?
The first word is design.
Design.
Yes, sir.
15 seconds. I'm going to give you 2 more chances.
Oh,
Mr.
am I wrong?
Khaonakwe, how shebile
I'm not
lebitso
sure.
leo?
Yes, sir.
Teamwork, guys.
Mr. Khaonakwe, what do you think?
Teamwork.
Okay, I was wrong. I saw the S and the G and I immediately went for design. So we have a D.
10, 9, 8. Oh.
We're giving up. We're giving up. We're giving up. We're out of time. What's the word more?
So the word is dings.
Dings. Okay, come on.
So you guys will find right there at home what does dings mean. But when I unscramble the word is dings.
Okay,
right?
before carrying on more, do these words have a theme to them? Do they relate to something, or are they just random words that you came up with and stuff and generated?
Some of them, they relate to something, right?
Okay.
They relate to something. So I think you've made things better. Let me just make the game better for you guys.
Yes,
So
yes.
You guys are going to let me know, okay, based on the illustration that I have given right now.
Yes.
This is the word that you think. So let's go to the second word. You guys have 20 seconds to tell me what that unscrambled word is.
The second.
The second one. So this one, it has to do with, with describing nakefaba to the answer. But
Okay.
Hater. Nope.
Is the second one hater?
Nope. But we are all here because of this word, man. We are all here because of this word. It's something that is, deeply rooted to us. It's deeply, deeply, deeply rooted. So just unscramble that word for me and tell me what it is. You have 10 seconds to unscramble the word.
Hot. Is it hot?
Right. The correct answer is hot.
Come on.
You are correct. You are correct. So, paired one is for the horn. Yes,
Yeah.
I'll just do this.
There we go.
There we go. So right now we left with only 4 words. 4 words. No, it's 3. I mean, it's 3. So we have the third one.
Okay.
Third one, your time starts right now. So this one is when you are being given a motivation. You know what, man, this thing only takes...
It's a play.
Is it a plea?
Nope.
Or a leap? Taking like a leap of faith?
Leap of faith
A leap,
is
yes,
correct.
sir. Yes, sir. There we
Leap
go.
of faith is correct. Oh, you guys are coming very well, man. Teamwork.
Yes, sir.
Can see the combination, the
Yes,
matching
I'm in the
t-shirt. Yeah, so you've got your second last word.
Yes, sir.
I think Mr.
Third last.
Khaonakwe got
Is it
it
not the
very
third last?
quickly there. Yeah, so what did you say it is?
The third one is oats.
Oats.
Yes.
Let me check.
Look at you, Mo.
Technicals.
Playing coy. Look at you. Is it not oats?
It is oats.
It's oats, yes.
That's the correct
Look at
answer.
you playing coy, Mo.
It is oats. So the last word, guys. What is the last word? Unscramble the word for me right now. You've got 10 seconds to unscramble the word.
The last word, let me see what Mr. Khaonakwe has here.
Let's go. Teamwork. Teamwork is what we need. Even if you're watching right there at home, you can participate.
Is the letter CNAT, right? CNAT. We're going to go with can't.
Can't is
I can't do that job, or I can't go to work, or can't. Yes.
Can't is their final answer.
Yes, we're locking it in.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Let me confirm with my technical team. All right, you just got an answer right now, and the answer is correct. The word
Mo.
is can't.
Can't.
Congratulations to you guys. You've got 4 of 5
5
words.
correct,
Great
yes.
teamwork we saw right there.
Yes.
That's what we call affairs, man. Public affairs. As a public, when we work together, a lot of things that they get solved, man.
And can be achieved,
Yeah,
yes, Mo.
definitely. That's
Yeah.
where we're gonna end it. From me, Mwiketi My Money. I will see you tomorrow. But before we end the show, obviously, we've got some things interesting just to give you a recap of what we started the show with. When you want your recap, just rewind on your life or just wait for the live and you can watch it later with your family, your friends, and also, you know, your loved ones. So you can get up to your news headlines and things like that, right? So I think I've got a word right there.
You have the last one. Do you have
Yeah.
one more for us?
Yeah, I think I have a word right here, right? So I just need you to unscramble that word for me because those ones I gave you and you guys had time to unscramble while you were doing the first word. So yeah, that's how it should go right now. So you've got 10 seconds. You've got 10 seconds to unscramble the word, and when you have the final answer, say it out loud to me. One chance to get 5 of the word. We can see there teamwork, unscrambling the word, dissecting, doctors in the room, surgeons, making sure that they're in the deep of the word. When you are done, you will tell me what's the word. 5 seconds.
This one is
5,
slightly
4,
hard. What do you think, Mr.
3,
Mr.
2, 1. Your time is up.
Okay, please give us this one more. What's the correct word?
The correct answer, I don't know.
You yourself don't know the word that the word that you came up
Looks
with.
like hearts. You know, I was just given a word right here on my earpiece, but they didn't explain.
Was it heart?
Yeah, but I just need an answer right now. So if we can just, you know, work around it and find the answer. But we can also work with people who are watching at home. What do you think the word is right there?
Hearts. I
if you're
think
watching?
it's hearts.
It's hearts,
Hearts,
right?
yeah. Is it
Right.
not hearts? It's
Hearts.
typical winning.
Hearts.
Mr. B, are we winning? Is
your
the
final
word hearts?
answer. Heart is their final answer.
Papa, we got it. So rectify there, Afriperi. Please rectify. But we eventually figured it out.
No, you guys will get it next time after school.
There we go.
On live.
Congrats to you guys. Congrats
Yes, sir.
for participating. It was nice having this show today. It was exciting. And yeah, from me, Mwiketi My Money. Catch you tomorrow from 7 a.m. up until 10 a.m. My name is Mwiketi My Money, aka Max for maximum temperature, the son of Mother Nature.
Generator. Yes, sir.
That's how we say stay to yourselves.
Stay
Over to you guys.
Yes, from me, Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Blaze, abafuna veza, but the darker the berry, the sweeter than tonton. Imnandi mamnyama mam hlopilek tekateken, but marloko fambana me, wetai kumakatle, isong wanamane.
Such cool stuff, Wanokokaya. You know, like Mwiketi said, we had such an amazing show, and we love your engagement. So keep engaging with us, communicating with us, and using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show across all our social media platforms. You know what it is. Every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, we are hanging out with you, giving you all the relevant information that you need. You are hanging out with me, the one and only MOOCEE. And on this last segment of Public Affairs, we were joined by the one and only Gaulakli Marcelo, an educator at the SWGC right here in Dobsonville. Until tomorrow morning, Wednesday, you know it is Comedy Wednesdays. We're going to be giving you all things laughing and comedy and just having a good time, and it will be midweek. So with that being said, we're signing out, and I'll see you tomorrow. Stay healthy and stay safe.
Ha!
Yes, guys, you know what? It's been an amazing show. I got to exercise, I got to get healthy. You guys got to see me struggle. But you know what? All it takes is the first step. From me, your prime cut creative and your positive tea dose of the day, Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala. It's sayonara and goodbye from me. See you tomorrow. Mwah.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
We're out here in the heart of Soweto, Top Sandton. This is right next to Zondi Hills and just before you get to Broad Fisher Club. I'm out here. My name is Musi Mest. I'm out here with the one and only maximum temperature. I'm working my man. CC Shabalala Wakamazibugo, and of course our station manager, the one and only Panel Lyric. And we're traveling out here, man. This is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yeah, you gotta get it fresh.
We are fresh and nice. Now it's time to take the information to the people.
Of course, like Mo just mentioned, do stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. We're going to be coming to a street to do live near you, wanting to know what your thoughts are out there on the street.
Of course, we've got TCO Wamazibugo with the traffic update. Right now, we are going to N1 southbound to make sure that whatever that you guys get, it is real-time information.
Yes,
so,
sir.
looking at Mukhorosi, we have robots that are not working right here, but the traffic is moving. We're going to look at when is your rush hour time, when people are from the work, or from school,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
Gonna
sir.
give you your daily update. So do make sure that you stay with us. Mobile Vooka Breakfast
Yes,
Show.
sir.
Asante, at least.